Hello, everybody! My name is Dizzy, and welcome back to another episode, another installment in what I'm hoping might become like a little bit of a semi-regular feature. Because there's been some new commander deck lists dropped for the new upcoming Magic the Gathering set, Edge of Eternities. We do not do an awful lot of Magic on the channel. I would maybe like to do more at some point in the future. But I'm really excited for this set because space. We looked at the last set, Final Fantasy, because everyone and their mother was excited for Final Fantasy. I'm super excited for space. King says, does that make Dizzy a dino in space now? I'm a dinosaur on a spaceship. They actually have a card for that. I own that card, even. That's me! Incredible. We have a Hex in the chat. Welcome, welcome. Hex is going to be with us. Hex is going to be with us, joining us on call in just a second. Let me see if I can go and do a little undeafen. Hello there.
Hello.
How's it going?
It is going. I was googling dinosaurs on a spaceship because I knew that was a card.
It's 5 red and a white for a 7/7 dinosaur that gives other dinosaurs +1 vigilance and trample.
You
I
do know
think.
your dinosaurs.
And it has
Something like
suspend.
that.
And when you remove a time counter from it, it makes either a 1/1 or a 2/2 flying dinosaur.
Hello.
Hello!
Hello, Shaka.
Hi, I was just accidentally reciting Doctor Who Magic the Gathering cards verbatim-ish
Doctor Who
from
one.
memory.
I see. Could you start the shared chat, please?
Oh, I could start the shared chat. That would be good. Then everybody
would be
who's
nice.
in each chat can say hello to each other.
I can. Hello, everyone. Hello, Artie and King Girl. Hello.
Hi,
I've got
Shaka
chat. I've got chat back on the screen. I fixed it.
Ooh, incredible! I've never had chat
I
on my
fixed it.
screen. Actually, that's
And
not
I
true.
also
I've
have
occasionally
captions
had
back. So we're doing a lot better now.
Let me see if I can get a game.
Much more normal.
Oh, that's the wrong game. That's the wrong one. There we go. Screen? Game? There we go. We got a tabletop sim. We have virtual cards. We do not have real cards because they're not out yet. Hi Artie,
No.
how's it going? Hope you're having a lovely day over there. I'll give you a little wave.
I know we're not
with the
playing
hand.
a game, but why is your life grayed out?
My life is grayed out because I grabbed a turn skipper puck to grey it out, and then I didn't
Oh,
think to
I see.
suggest that to anyone else.
I see. I see.
If I grab it last, then I win, right?
Yes.
That's how this works.
Sure, if you want.
I'm gonna go and set my little backgroundy music running. I might need to
I just have some Final Fantasy VII music playing.
turn it down. We'll see how loud.
So I thought it was inoffensive. Hanging out in bed, trying not to melt. It is so warm.
It is very warm. I've got my fan
some
on.
reason-
Apologies if anyone can hear that on the mic.
Wizards aren't sending Dizzy, Shaka, and Hex advanced pre-release copies of their products. I mean, I know, like, we're obviously, like, the biggest Magic the Gathering creators out there, you know? Like, how could they not send us stuff?
If we, like, stacked ourselves one on top of the other, like you are on my shoulders and Hex was on your shoulders, then maybe we would be the biggest Magic the Gathering streamers, like, physically. If we make ourselves look bigger and more intimidating to Wizards of the Coast, they'll send us Magic the Gathering packs to, like, distract us so that we don't eat them? I think I'm mixing my biology metaphors here a little bit.
I think you might be.
Speaking of getting magic stuff, do any of you use Instagram?
I theoretically own an Instagram account.
Okay.
Cat has Instagram.
Your cat has Instagram. Okay. Because MTG Specs, who I've played Magic on Eternities' stream before with, is doing a Magic the Gathering giveaway over on Instagram with someone else. And you've a chance to win a Dungeons and Dragons themed commander deck or a Karlach's Rage secret lair box.
Oh wow! I mean, that's an awesome
fun.
secret lair. That is a secret lair that I was so gutted I didn't know about secret lairs before it was out of stock.
So the options, prizes to be won: a Dungeons and Dragons Dragons-themed commander deck with Hama Pashar that cares about initiative, getting through rooms quickly, and cheating in high mana cost cards. Or Karlach's Rage Secret Lair card showcasing Karlach's journey to repair her heart while retaining her freedom. And all you gotta do is follow people, comment, and share a thing. It's very easy. In step 2, it says, comment your name on this post. And both me and Eternities commented your name. I was like, I wrote the correct thing and also see that I have the same brain as Eternities. It makes sense. I am their feet. So, yeah. Winners will be picked on July 20th. So, yeah, if anyone wants to try and win some fun Magic things, that's a thing.
Yay! Free plugs for people who aren't here.
Look, Lee's great. I love Lee. He's great. So, yeah.
Do we want to look at?
I wonder why their chat
some
is full of
decks?
brats. What do you mean? What do you mean? We didn't regard that. What do you mean?
I think
Lovely.
Kingo is saying that maybe that you might be bratting, and then you have a chat also full of brats. Because
Hey,
birds of a
bratting. I
feather.
don't understand.
Because you're following the letter of the instruction and not the spirit, if you like.
I'm just being autistic.
Oh dear.
Just being autistic. I'm so sorry.
We
yes.
have two lovely
Cards.
decks in front of us. We have the I should have looked up the names of the decks. That would have been a smart thing to do. But I didn't.
Nothing, and it's got bugs because Wrath has ordered it. Because Omnath was a step too far for them to resist.
I mean, Omnath. Well. I mean, spoilers, I guess, for what's coming up. So we have on the left we have the World Shaper, Precon, these both Precons have a spacecraft as the face command. There's a rules update that makes legendary spacecraft that have a power toughness and legendary vehicles that have a power toughness will be eligible to be your commander from now on, or from the release of Edge of Eternities, I think is the technical cutoff point when that becomes the rules. So both of these have a legendary spaceship as the commander. World Shaper is a green, red, and black deck that is going to be focused around land sacrifices, and Counterintelligence, which is the other deck, is a blue, red, and white deck that's focused around artifacts and charge counters. My question is, which one do we want to have a look at first? if we want to look at Omnath, we want this one.
I mean, that's got black in the color scheme, so you know it's obviously better than the one with white in the color. The other one looks blue, red, white.
See,
But yeah,
if you said that to me, if I'd known you were going to say something like that, I'd expect you to say, "Well, this one's got blue in the color scheme."
me.
Mm-hmm.
I play a lot of mono blue.
I think that with the rules update, I think it's great that we're having spaceships as face commanders for these decks. I think it's really sad because the rules update was planned for Aether Drift, and I think it would have been awesome if the Aether Drift commander decks had a vehicle as the face commander each.
That would have made sense to
Both
me.
of those decks felt not very Aether Drift because they had
Yeah.
nothing vehically going on.
Been playing against Temet a lot recently, and it's a really cool zombie deck, but you would not know it was Aether Drift.
No, you would not.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, this
Alright.
one then, I
Alright.
think. This
I'm
one's on the
absolutely-
left, and I'm
Yes.
like, you read left, right. So that's my
I
only
like it.
reasoning.
Okay. So World Shaper. We have two commanders. So the face commander, Heart Hull the World Seed. He is a 1 and Jund legendary spacecraft. When he comes down, he only has one ability. Or it only has one ability, which is Station. Station is a new ability for Edge of Eternities. You tap another creature you control. You put charge counters equal to its power on the spacecraft as a sorcery. When you have 2 or more counters, you'll get this first line of text. And once you have 8 or more counters, you'll also get the bottom bit, and it'll be an artifact creature. But yeah, so at 2+ charge counters, it gives you the ability to pay 1, tap, and sacrifice a land to draw 2 cards, and then it gives you an extra land drop this turn, so you can effectively replace the land that you sacrificed. And then when it's a creature, it's a 6/7 with flying, vigilance, and haste. Although if you're getting 8+ charge counters on this the turn it comes down, you're doing pretty alright, I reckon.
Yeah, that would be impressive.
And
Well, I
then-
guess, I mean, if it went away, if it if it went back to the command zone and then it came out and you had a big creature, I guess you could get it up to 8 pretty quickly.
Yes, you'll find in this deck there's a few creatures which have a variable power toughness. And if they're
Mhm.
coming down in the late game, or if they're out in the late game, they'll come out as potentially 8 power for cheap, or for cheapish.
Yeah.
And it also, when it gets to 8+, it gets the ability, when you sacrifice a land, each opponent loses 2 life. So, I mean, it's telling you exactly what the deck's about. You're sacrificing lands for value.
Yeah.
I like that. Which Omnath is it in here? Because Breath already has an Omnath deck. That
Well,
does
we'll
this,
find
and
out,
it
won't
is.
we? We'll find
It
out
is
when we get to
romantic.
the fire.
There's so many elementals.
First off, what do we think about Hearthhole? Like as a card and as a commander. I think it's a fun card.
I just find sacrificing land scary, so it's probably not for me. But I mean, unless there's cards in here that are like you can play lands from your graveyard, then like that's cool and that's fine. But to me, this is like just not my kind of thing. It seems like a cool card, but I'm also like, but also I have looked to the side and I see that it's got 42 lands. So
yes. we have
maybe
a
I should
huge
hold my
land
worry.
stack in this deck, and in fact we actually also have quite a big land stack in the other deck as well. You think it's better when it's not a creature? I think my thoughts on Hearthhole before we go on to the alternate commander. My thoughts on Hearthhole are, I like the ability to sacrifice a land, you get some value. I'm not certain it's kind of risky enough, like because you get an extra land drop to replace the land that you've sacrificed. It doesn't feel like you're really paying very much of a cost.
Uh-huh.
It feels like you are, it feels almost like what the ability actually reads is 1 tap, discard a land, draw 2 cards. Because that's effectively what you're going to be doing most of the time. Like, you're probably going to get a land in hand, and then you're just going to play it. It's like, you get an extra land drop out of it, which is great if you have landfall triggers. There are some in this deck. I feel like the first ability doesn't feel like the sacrifice of the land is a big cost. Which I think sacrificing a land should feel like a big cost because your mana base is supposed to be important.
Yeah.
I also think that whenever you end up with a flying beefy commander, there's always going to be the temptation that actually you just win by hitting someone in the face with it a few times.
Yeah, that's very fair.
And there's so many commanders that fall into, or there's so many like cards that are designed with the idea that you might play them in Commander that fall into this trap of, yeah, they have cool effects, but the thing that's actually going to win you the deck game is the word flying and a number that is greater than about 3.
Yeah. Sorry,
go on. No, you go.
My experience with Speed Demon, who I absolutely do not play to hit people in the face, is that people see that he's not swinging and they ignore you while you get the alternative game plan on the road. Like, obviously that's not what's intended, but people stop paying as much attention to you when the massive bulky commander is not being an active threat right now.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, like vigilance is a really strong ability, especially when you've got a big bulky boy. Flying vigilance, like not many things are going to get past this. People are going to have to kill him or swarm around him.
Well, I mean, vigilance is great as well because, like, you can attack with him, and then you can use his ability in your second main phase
Yep.
because he's not tapped. Like,
Yeah.
that's kind of gross.
It's actually
Like-
interesting because oftentimes vigilance you want to attack and then leave it as a blocker, but because his ability, his tap ability, gives you an extra land drop, you have to do that really on your turn, so you're not potentially getting him as the blocker that you would normally get.
It also, if you are swinging with him, and then you use his ability in your second main phase, you're then getting rid of 2 more life on each opponent.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. He's got a lot going on.
He does have a lot going on.
I do think as well, if it doesn't already have in it, it's gonna have, the minute anybody gets it and upgrades it a little bit, a way to vomit most of your lands onto the board really quite quickly. That's got to be one of the things you want to put into here.
So the alternate commander, and it's odd because they revealed the alternate commanders first, and
Yeah.
my suspicion, looking at this guy Halthal and then the alternate commander, who is Zarel Genesis Shepherd. Firstly, it's such a lovely, pretty looking card.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
I love the
It's
design of the Eumidians. This bug species are called in Edge of Eternities. I think they look great. I think all of their cards look great. So firstly, it's just a wonderful looking card. I think he's a much better commander for the deck. So Zarel is a 5 cost. He's 2 enchant. Reads flying. You may play lands from your graveyard, and I think that's the really key thing. That's like the number one thing this deck really needs, is that reliable, consistent land recursion.
Yeah.
And then he has, whenever you sacrifice another non-token permanent during your turn, put a number of +1 counters equal to Zarel's power on up to 1 other target creature. So he's sort of very obviously still supporting this land sacrifice archetype. He totally could work with other kinds of sacrifice and other things going on. There's at least a couple of cards in here, I think. For people who are looking at home, because we weren't sure if we were going to do this today, I pre-looked at the deck lists, because once the deck list came out, I was like, well, if they're good, they're going to start flying off shelves. So I want to see if I want to pre-order one. So I've seen the
and
deck
we
lists.
we weren't sure if we were doing this because of me and my PC problems. So, but laptop to the rescue.
But yeah, so he absolutely, he meshes well with any other kind of sacrifice that you want to have going on as well, and there will be a little bit of that in the deck. But yeah, I rate him as a commander for this deck much more highly than I rate Hearthal. Like, Hearthal does the land sacrificing, but Zarel and the recursion means that you are going to be consistently getting those lands back and not being at too much of a disadvantage for your land sacrificing shenanigans.
Yeah.
What are you guys thinking?
I mean, love.
Go. No, you go.
I just, if anything from the graveyard is all was coming out of my mouth. It's predictable.
Yeah, I feel like it's definitely much more a hex thing than a me thing, because I'm not for interacting with graveyards that much, but it's got counters in it, so. But no, I like it. I don't know if it'd be a thing I would get myself, but
I could definitely see myself playing a deck headed up by Zarel in a way that I don't think I'd make a Hearthal deck for myself. I don't know that I would choose this deck, and we'll come on to that as we kind of go into the other cards. What I think on the deck, as like a whole, and whether it's for me or not.
Fair.
I think I know I'm buying one of these, and I think it's going to be the other one, purely based on it's just a sexier spaceship.
Oh my god!
I'm sorry.
I mean, that's as good a reason as any, honestly.
I can't fault you for that. It also is also a trans pride spaceship. It has trans pride.
I haven't noticed that, but that's it's amazing. That's what two main command is. Yeah,
Yeah, so
I see
the
that,
the
Rev.
Eumidians, they don't feature much in the main story of Edge of Eternities, but for those who want the lowdown on the lore, they are effectively a eusocial alien species, although they're not a like hive mind kind of species. But what their sort of life history is they send seed ships out into the galaxy on kind of more or less random trajectories, and these seed ships just spray uh, colony seeds at planets as they go past them, and then the colony seeds germinate and develop into sort of primitive Eumidians. Welcome back, RT. Who then start to kind of terraform whichever planet they've landed on, so that it matches with their biology. But also they evolve and they change their biology, and they breed new kind of morphs, the same way that something like Ant has like a soldier morph and a worker morph and a king and a queen. The Eumidians breed new morphs of themselves to fit in with their environment better, so it becomes a kind of a two-way nurturing process. And they're like the idea behind them, the concept behind them is really cool. It's nice to kind of have a bug alien species that isn't all about being bugs, which I think a lot of bug aliens are.
Yeah.
You know, they're not like mindless, they're not a hive mind, but they still capture traits of insects, and they are in the Sothra system, which is the setting for Edge of Eternities. They come from the green aligned planet, so it makes sense that they are the land based deck with Zaral as their head.
I like that. It's also got the slightly unsettling infestation aspect of it. As much as you say they are being beneficial both ways, it's still very buggy.
Yeah, you'd be worried if Eumidians landed on your planet and started to colonize it with you already there.
Yes.
In Edge of Eternities, at least, the planet they've lived on is a sort of a barren, effectively uninhabitable ice world, with just kind of the barest fractions of a vestige of a native fauna holding on at the edges. It's like Hoth and the. Is it a Wampa? What's the monster on Hoth called? There's no point asking Shaka. You Shaka hasn't. Never mind.
I don't know these things.
Thank you, Artie. Yeah, it's like that. So it technically like had a bit of a native fauna, but it was for most intents and purposes a dead world that they are bringing life to.
I would just like to point out to Artie, since she wasn't here when we pointed it out, but in the other deck, we have Trans Pride.
Oh yes.
Look at it.
Trans Pride engines.
It's so cool.
This ship runs on pure Trans Pride.
Mm-hmm.
I can get behind that.
So as we mentioned, we have a big land base. Shall we have a
Yeah.
start having a look at some of the lands?
Yes, let's go.
So we got our basics, obviously. All of the Edge of Eternities lands are super pretty.
Stunning.
Yeah, I mean
Absolutely
the full art basics. Oh my god, dear lord! Like I imagine we don't have them in here.
They kind of don't feel super magic to me in quite the same way. Like I love them. They are slightly disjointed. Some of the bonus sheet in the actual main set, some of the lands on that feel like a better magic fit with their art styles, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, we have a nice sort of sparkly swamp. All of the lands here that it's loaded in for us, and all the lands on the Mox Field listing of the decks have the EOE set code rather than the EOS set code, so I assume these aren't unique arts for the Commander decks.
Witness it. It's EOE and EOC.
Oh,
I
sorry,
can
EOC,
see. Not...
yes.
Yeah. So I would imagine they're not unique.
Yeah.
Like.
But yeah, we have quite a few basics. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 swamps, which is a reasonably large amount for a
In a 3-color deck.
3-color Precon. We have
Yeah.
this lovely looking forest,
That's pretty
which
cool.
is sort of some kind of a ship making planetfall and kind of dispersing up the clouds as it passes. Very nice. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Eight.
8 forests.
Oh my god. That's a lot. That's a lot of basics.
And then we have these mountains, which are also lovely mountains. I like that they're just spacey enough.
Yeah.
There's like a space background. But we have 1, 2, 3 of these, and we have a wastes.
Oh, interesting.
For a combined total of, if my math serves, I think 17 basic lands? 15, 16,
I was gonna say it's a lot, but we're gonna have ways to fish for basic lands, I guess.
Yeah,
You
we're
don't
gonna
wanna
do a lot of
lands.
basic land fishing. So if you've ever played a deck like this or seen a deck like this in action, the classic thing is to get out an Evolving Wilds or a Terramorphic Expanse, which is a land where you tap it, you sacrifice it, you go searching for a basic from your deck. And then you just, every turn you play that from your graveyard, sacrifice it again and go fetch a new basic. That's like the classic land from graveyard loop, the most basic thing you can do. So having a lot of basics as targets for that is going to mean you can do that for a long time.
Yeah, that's very fair.
We're green, so we're absolutely gonna have some basic land ramp as well,
Yeah.
especially with Spenny commanders.
Yeah.
The inclusion of the wastes I find really interesting. Like, I love wastes conceptually. I'm not certain what it's doing in this deck, but presumably there will be some reason to have it.
It might
Would
be a little
presume
bit of
so.
flavor, right? With
Yeah.
landing on worlds and turning wastes into. I mean, we'll see. But one waste.
It might be for flavor, you're right.
One
So,
waste.
Just one
There-
waste.
if you've read the Edge of Eternity story, or if you haven't read the Edge of Eternity story, this is going to be a little bit of a spoilers for late in the story. So cover your ears. But late on in the story, the Eldrazi do show up. They don't make like a
Oh.
huge appearance, but they are the sort of the famously the colorless faction in Magic. So
Yeah.
it's noteworthy that there are wastes kicking around in Edge of Eternities. Although notably, this is an EOC. So this is an Edge of Eternities Commander wastes. I assume that there aren't going to be
that's
wastes in
interesting.
the actual set.
Huh.
But yes, then we have our non-basics. I'm not sure which of
Iridescent
these
Bog.
are going to be new art or not, because I don't know all of the arts off the top of my head, needless to say.
Yeah,
this
that's very fair.
This is a pretty bug. I assume if they don't look spacey, they're not.
Maybe?
Not the one I play with, but that doesn't mean it's not new.
Yeah. That one is new. Okay, we have
okay.
we have helpful rats in the chat.
Yay, helpful wrath. So, new Viridescent Bog. It is very pretty. I like how it looks on it.
Yes.
Oops. Yeah, so there's two kind of main types of like pain lands. This is my preferred kind of the two, where you can tap it and not lose life.
Right, yes.
They're still not lands that I choose to play, but they're lands that people who are better at Magic than me choose to play because they don't mind damage. And they like their
life
lands
funds
to come in
either, though, do
untapped.
you?
No, I hate
Life is a
shuffle.
resource.
Life is a resource, but I don't like spending it.
I'm so proud of you, Shaka. That's the way to do it.
Life is a resource. I also don't like losing it, but like it's a resource. Remind me as a little baby magicer, what are shocklands again?
It's when it comes in tapped, unless you pay a life for it to come in.
Right,
untapped.
okay. Yes, okay, that makes sense.
So as opposed to this, you only pay your life once.
Yeah.
But it does only give you, one variety of mana.
Yeah, I'd
So.
definitely choose a Shockland over this. That shouldn't be a surprise. Shocklands are like some of the most scarily, competitively sought after lands.
Yeah.
Like I definitely choose the one-time life loss over this, especially because it gives me the option to be flexible. If I'm not playing on curve, then I can just bring it in tapped and not pay the life.
Yeah.
But I just think, especially in Commander, there's so many lands that you can get which come in untapped situationally, but you're going to get those situations enough that I just feel like you don't need pain lands. So these are lands that I would change out if I was changing up the mana base, as
Fair.
you'll
Oh.
probably know.
All 24 of them? Wow.
So we have Llanowar Race, which is the equivalent in green-black.
This is not new art. I know this for a fact.
Mm-hmm.
I recognize this.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it doesn't
little
have
buggy.
new flavor text either. Oh, we have a
Shocklands have
Gumby!
land
Oh!
types on them though, which is why they're so nice. Ah, I see. Hello, Gumby.
Myriad Landscape. There we go.
A classic
Although it's
ramp piece, but in the land stack. It's real slow to actually use it for anything because it comes in tapped and it puts lands onto the battlefield tapped, but it's a land. For this one, it's an ability that lets you sacrifice a land. It's better here than in most decks.
Yeah, that's very fair.
especially if we get multiple land drops going a turn.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We have
I
a
like
command
this.
That's a cool command tower.
It is a
This is
cool
a
new
cool
command tower.
command. I like this a lot. This is very nice.
Yeah, and the flavor text is about some of the lore of the set as well, like the setting's history.
Hello, Gumby.
Yeah, gorgeous looking command tower. We have a
Paducah
Paducah
Bug, my
Bomb!
beloved. Paducah Bug, my beloved.
A very beloved land. It's nice to see it get a reprint.
Yes.
You gotta do it. You gotta have it. Highlight Mire.
I love the filter lands. The filter lands are among my favorites, so I'm always happy to see them in a deck.
Yep.
I think we've got a few different filter lands in here. We might have all of the 3 relevant filter lands for these 3 land types. I'm not sure, but we certainly got a couple.
I'm actively dying, so I'm gonna grab water and be right back.
All right.
Yeah, that's fair. The heat wave time is bad right
Yeah,
now. I'm probably not even getting it nearly as bad as you guys. Like I think it's 24 degrees here today, so it's probably hotter in my room with the laptop going. But
I can tell you it's fan setting 3. I don't know what that is in degrees. But yeah, like I've got 2 drinks in front of me. I've got a fan going on me. I've got the windows open. If you're like in a warm place, make sure you have drinks. Do not worry about stepping out to get your drinks. To cool off and do other things. Take care of yourselves.
Yeah.
It's really
everyone, please look after themselves. I actually might go get some water as well because I have finished all my tea. And for anyone who thinks I'm a crazy person drinking a hot drink in this weather, metabolically, hot drinks actually cool you down. So
I just think you're a crazy person because I don't like tea. So
okay, well that's your opinion and you're wrong. So I'm just speaking about science, not about wrong taste opinions. Tea's the best thing ever. Okay?
Go fetch yourself a drink.
I'm gonna get some water and I'm also gonna go put a can of Coke in.
Oh.
I was gonna say the freezer, but I can only stay in the freezer for like 15 minutes. So I will put it in the fridge. I'll be back soon.
Uh-huh.
Oh, but then it tastes gross, King Girl.
Yeah, we'll have a little mini break. Yeah, like I don't know what it is about. Oh no bot.
I forgot to turn the bot on. That's my fault.
No bots for us today. I mean, at least that means no bot fights, right? But yeah, like I don't know what it is about me that means I just get really excited every time I see a waste, but I do. That I just think they're neat. I've never even played like a colorless type deck where colorless mana matters, because it is pretty much just Eldrazi where that theme does matter. Oh, I've got a bot. My bot doesn't have a break command though. It does have a command to tell people all about the lovely music that they're listening to. Because it's not someone we've used before for background music. Normally we have the lovely Celtic music of Adrian von Ziegler, but today we have something that's nominally a spacey playlist.
I came back past the fan heater that I had abandoned because I figured I couldn't make it work. I thought it was broken. It wasn't broken. There was just an on-off button on the back that I hadn't pressed. So I have a fan on the go. Life is good.
Incredible. Make sure you don't have the heater part of it on.
No, the heater part of it is distinctly off.
Shaka's
Not
going to get
doing
some
myself
fluids
good.
as well. So
That is very smart. It is far too easy to get heat exhaustion.
Mm-hmm.
Escape tunnel.
Yeah,
Oh.
so this is like a new-ish. This is a newish sort of thing in the family of Myriad Landscape and what have you. I think it's kind of like a Myriad Landscape Plus in a lot of ways. I think
Oh,
Shaka's
I will
back.
turn my bot on now.
Hi. Yes. So Escape Tunnel, it has the Myriad Landscape effect. Sacrifice, search for basic, put on battlefield, tap and shuffle. And then it also has a secondary effect. Tap and sacrifice, and it makes a creature with power 2 or less unblockable for a turn. So it's a mini access tunnel or rogue's passage stapled onto an Evolving Wilds. Which is
Uh-huh.
like, it's nice, but we already had Evolving Wilds and Terramorphic Expanse, so I find it odd they printed another one and it's a strictly better one.
Okay, the bot is on.
Yay!
I like it. I love anything that plays into the sacrifice it, bring it back, do it again
Yeah, so-
immediately if you've got multiple landfalls. It's great.
Yeah, so this one would be with Zara would be that loop that I was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Dredge, my beloved. We love a dredge card.
Uh-huh.
Oh, this is cool.
So Dredge is considered to be one of the most overpowered abilities they ever made in Magic.
Yeah, pretty much.
This time it's only on the land. It enters tapped, and it only taps one color. Like, okay, yeah, you can get it back, but if you don't have better ways of getting a land back in this deck,
Dredge to me, I don't care about Dredge to get the thing back. I care about Dredge for what I get to put into my graveyard.
that's fair, and that's why.
Hex is looking at the mill,
glorious.
not getting the card back.
Well, and if you get something expensive in your graveyard or a better land, or there's times when you care more about having 2 cards in your graveyard than 1 in your hand, right?
I mean,
Yeah.
not many though. A card in the hand is worth 2 in the bush.
Unless you've got well, I don't know how much graveyard access we're gonna have, but as a concept, Dredge is glorious.
We have a smoldering march to this. I
Yeah.
don't know. I can't remember if this is the new one in this cycle, but one of these they call them Tango lands. So they are lands with basic land types that have 2 colors, and they enter tapped unless you control 2 more basic lands. They printed one cycle of them in either ally or enemy colors, and they never printed the corresponding cycle in the other type. So there's green and white, which I guess are allies. So there's ally colors of these already exist, and they never printed the enemy colored ones. And both of these decks have a new land, which is just an enemy colored Tango land, which I adore. Like I've been wanting these for so long. So these are your Canopy Vistas. Shaka, I think, is
Yes.
the cards that we
Yes,
see
yep.
often because we play a lot of Celestia. This one's not.
Yeah, this isn't new.
But-
I have this in Olivia.
There's a new one. I just didn't remember which one it was.
We'll find it.
We will find it.
We'll
Yes.
find it.
Oh, I love that
There's a-
Trimorphic Expanse.
It is such a
Oh, that
gorgeous
looks so
art.
cool.
It's very pretty. I love this. I'm not sure. Do we have both Terramorphic Expanse and Evolving Wilds in here? I'm not sure. I guess we'll find out. We have another different kind of sacrifice and get a basic land. So this is from Capenna, Sweet New Capenna, which was a 3-color set, and these lands. So unlike the Terramorphic Expanses of the world, where they tap and sack to go fetch stuff, This one just when it enters, you sacrifice it immediately.
Yeah.
And each of them searches out one of 3 different basics. But because they don't actually tap for any mana themselves, they don't have any mana symbols on them, they have no color identity, so you can include all of the like off-color variants in a deck. And there might be some of the off-color variants in this one. But yeah, like we're not even through the lands, and you're already seeing that there is a lot of support for fetching out basics from your library.
Yeah.
Which is why we have these 17 basics. Cinderglade, this one's not new.
No, that's not new. I've seen that before.
Mm-hmm. Ergo, it must be whichever the third one to come out. It's going to be the new one.
It must be.
This is the other painful land. This is a land with cycling, which is a different way of getting a land into your graveyards.
Uh-huh.
Here's also a swamp mountain. It's a basic as
Mm-hmm.
Oh
well,
yeah, it's
so
basic
for
land
swamp
types.
mountain, so that's nice.
Yeah.
So interestingly, it's worth noting these look for basics with the land type. So even though these have basic land types, you can't fetch them with stuff like the Riveteer's Outlook or this Cabaret Courtyard. So this is what I was talking about, having the off-color ones in. Like, this could search you out the planes, which aren't even in this deck.
Yeah.
I also didn't realize they also gave you 1 life. That's unlikely to matter.
That's nice.
But it's a nice little ride. Yes.
Yeah, just one extra little life.
Oh, we have the fetch lands as well. So yet more ways to search out basics. Although these can get your
This
your
isn't just a
non-basics.
basic. This is a swamp or a mountain, so.
Reth is always going on about how these are even better than they look, though, because you're also, I mean, the whole deck gimmick is thinning out the lands.
Yeah.
But for every land that you pull out of your deck, you're more likely to draw a big chunky creature or something instead the next turn.
So that's why for most decks that I play, I don't really love the things like the fetch land, because I don't necessarily always want to thin out my deck of lands, because I have quite a high average mana value.
It does come in tapped, you're right, yeah.
It does come in tapped, but when you're fetching out something like your Canyon Slough or your Cinderglade, that might not matter. You know, they might come in tapped anyway. If you're getting a Surveil
No, but Rocky Tar Pit itself comes in tapped.
Okay, I see, yes. Okay.
You can't just tap it straight away, it comes in tapped.
Yes, I see. I actually, given a choice between comes in tapped and then searches for something and can put it out untapped, or comes in untapped, searches for something and then puts it in tapped, I'd always prefer this, because you get to delay your decision for a turn. So if in this deck, let's say I'm flooded with green, so I'm definitely going to be searching for a red or a black land. Then with this card, I don't have to choose the turn I put it down whether I go looking for a red or a black. I get to choose next turn, and then it comes in untapped, so I can use it immediately. Whereas this one, I have to choose red or black the turn before I use it, because whatever I do, it's going to come in tapped. So if I happen to randomly, luckily draw into one or the other, this one means I can always get the corresponding one.
Yeah, that's fair.
The times when that matters are quite small, but you know, just conceptually, it's nice. Okay, we do have Evolving Wilds as well.
Yes.
We got another cycling land. We've got another Capenna fetch land thing.
That's 3 of them now?
Yes. So we've got the... where are they? This one,
and this one.
Yeah. So we've
got a really pretty face.
So this one gets out Swamp, Mountain, or Forest, which are the 3 kinds we want in this deck. And then this one doesn't get swamps, because it would get plains instead, but there aren't any. And this one doesn't get forests because it would get islands instead. And there aren't any.
Yeah.
And then we have Fabled Passage, which is, again, it's Evolving Wilds, but better.
Yeah.
Because you can possibly untap the land if you are in the sort of mid game or later. But it's really
very
lovely.
pretty.
This is a
Very,
very pretty.
very
This is
pretty.
another new art for Edge of Eternity.
It's usually very pretty, and it's even prettier than usual. Is like
Yeah. Yeah.
Another fetch. Okay, so this is another new land. This is Eumidian Hatchery. It tap and pay 1 life to get a black and a hatchling counter, and then when it's put into the graveyard, you make a 1/1 with flying for each hatchling counter.
Ooh.
It's like
That's pretty cool.
it's very specific to this kind of archetype because it doesn't have any way
Yeah.
of putting itself into the graveyard.
Yeah.
On its own,
So, like-
it's just a worse swamp.
Yeah. Yeah.
Swishy Shark is calling it a bad bloodstained mire. I don't actually know what bloodstained mire does.
it's the red-black fetch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, this looks pretty cool.
I
Ooh.
like all the cycling because I feel like there's so much search in this deck and that the graveyard, as long as you have something to get them from the graveyard, you're almost gonna want to cycle these rather than play them if you draw them.
Yeah, again, this is another reason why I like Sarel more as commander. Is other ways of getting graveyard lands into your grave to play. You can cycle it and play it if you've got Sarel.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, so this is our new Tango land. There we go. And actually, you could tell by the spaciness of the art, I guess.
Yeah. Very space.
And the flavor text is also it's Drix, who are they don't show up very much in the story, but they are the sort of the species which historically had space travel and gave it to the other races.
Right. And that's all the lands.
That's all the lands. That's all 42 of them. I like the mana base. There's a lot of cards in here which I would not want in the mana base for a quote-unquote normal deck, but for this deck, this is a great mana base.
Yeah.
You're going to be getting a lot of your whenever you sacrifice a land triggers or your lands in the graveyard that you can play. No matter which your card
yeah.
is, you're going to be getting a lot of them
Yeah.
just from the land base on its own without any other
Yeah.
intervention. Any other comments
Yep.
before we pack them up?
I don't think so. Not for me anyway.
It's so different from what I would normally play that I'm a bit stumped.
So I have sneaky inside intel. My youngest brother has apparently already played a game against this deck, and his opinion was, okay, there's 17 basic lands in this deck, and it's still not enough. This
Oh,
deck
wow,
actually
okay.
might have wanted even more than 17
Well, there was-
basics.
40 something in all right. So yeah, you're gonna eat through your 17
Yeah.
with that many fetch lands.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, varieties of lands that will fetch
Yeah.
quite fast.
We have onto the creatures, which are generally the meat of the deck. This is the interesting bit. We are starting out with a groundskeeper. I should actually have checked which ones were the new ones for the decks. I could probably find that out really quickly on the Scryfall
Yeah, because
search.
I definitely won't know off the top of my head.
Give me 1 second. Bub. I can just search for is reprint, then say not is reprint. I'm gonna sort by mana value so that we see them in the correct order. Yeah. So I'll point them out as we come to them. What the new cards are. Most of them will probably be fairly obvious because they'll look spacey. Groundskeeper is just like a basic way to get some lands back to your hand. He's here for Hearthhull, who doesn't have another way of recurring lands.
Yeah.
He's fine. Jerry, Master of the Review. So this card here is supporting like a general sacrifice theme, rather than being particularly land specific. There'll be a few other cards that are like this. It's nice. Like you're gonna be getting these triggers a lot. Like if you're just like using your fetches, if you're just using Halpel's first ability, you're gonna be sacrificing a thing a turn, maybe more. He's gonna get big, not super duper quickly, but he's a 2-drop. He's gonna, if you get him down on turn 2, he's gonna be big by the middle lane.
Yeah.
A Satyr Wayfinder. He just gets you an extra land into your hand for 2 mana. It's fine. Oh no!
Oh no! Oh no!
It's fine.
Disaster.
Yeah. Aftermath Analyst. I think this guy's from Murders of Karlov Manor, because they had a lot of detectives going on in that. Mills card, so he gets them into your graveyard, which again is good if you've got Saril up front. But also works with its second ability, sacrifice. For 4 mana, sacrifice it. Return all lands from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. So if you've really loaded up your graveyard with sacrificed lands or milled lands or what have you, this is just
the kind of green ramp
hit.
I can get behind.
A sprouting goblin. Yes, he's covered in little funguses, and some of the funguses are actually jumping off.
I love it.
So it's a 1 and a red, but with kicker for a green. If you pay the kicker, you get a land to your hand, and then it's pay red, tap, sacrifice a land to draw a card. So it's kind of a mini Hearth Hull on its own.
He does look like a fun guy. You are right, Witch Too Strong.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome in.
Indeed, welcome. It's sort of fine, like, on its own, without loads of ramp going on. It's sacrifice long term for short term gain, which is situational at best. But again, in this, like, it's gonna do some work getting you that extra draw.
Well, you do if you've got your bug out, you do want ways to.
Yeah.
Do you? I mean,
Wait, if you've got your bug out, then the land going to your graveyard, like, it costs you your land drop. But if you don't have a land drop in hand, then you get a land to your graveyard for your land drop, and you get to draw a card to refill your hand. Because if you've not got lands at hand, you've probably got a small hand.
Yeah, that's fair.
We have Urg, Spawn of Turg, who is a frog beast, black, and a green. So when I said that, by the time we get to the mid game, we might be dropping some creatures that can very quickly corrupt Hearth Hull, this is one of the ones I was thinking of. Oh, Gloves thinks the spacecraft is a better commander. Interesting. Wants you to have lots of land cards in your graveyard because he gets power equal to the number. And he can also load up your graveyard with Surveil triggers, which is just nice to have. Just a regular repeating Surveil, constantly fixing your draws.
You can also sacrifice a land, so just make himself bigger as well.
Yeah, I think that's an activated ability you're not going to be using very often,
unless you really need a ton of bugs to block.
Mm-hmm.
And you've built up a load of bug counters on that one bug land.
Yep.
Tireless Tracker, a great include in any deck with a heavy lands theme. All of your fetches and stuff are going to be like 2 triggers for this guy, which is fantastic. Obviously, Hearth Hull, if you use its first ability, is going to be potentially 2 triggers for this guy a turn as well. It's going to get big. It's also going to draw you a decent number of cards with those clues. Or, because there's other things that sacrifice in this deck, sometimes you'll be sacrificing those clues. That won't work so well for Zaro because he says non-token permanent. But stuff like Jury, it doesn't matter what you're sacrificing those clues for, whether it's for draw or to other effects, you're going to get Jury triggers. You're going to get anything else that is generic sacrifice triggers. lands.
Oh yeah.
We have
Oh.
Braids, a very sought after
Braids.
card, a card that lots of folks love. Again,
Braids.
generic-y sacrifice. Interesting in this deck, you're going to be sacrificing a land quite often, which I think you probably don't often do to Braids. Might be controversial if you're doing that
would
a
be
lot in casual Commander.
Yeah, people might hate you for that.
That gets spicy.
But I mean,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, because they don't have to sacrifice.
It's me. Yeah.
In practice, that's just going to be you're doing the 2 life on a card every turn.
Yeah. I love her.
A Mayhem Devil.
Unicycle.
I love this.
Oh my god.
This is very Mad Max.
Yeah.
Yeah, just generic. More value when you sacrifice stuff. Going to get a lot of use out of it. It's going to be
let me know whenever you're going to play this deck, and I will not bring Fumulus into it, okay?
Oh my god.
Lonecrafter Fawn. And again, a different way of getting lands into your graveyard. Oh my goodness, we've been going for an hour already. Lets you discard lands to get non-lands back from your graveyard to your hand. It's a nice sort of little recursion piece. An insurance for whatever important thing you want that's vital to your game plan that somebody's already blown up or counterspelled or what have you. Oftentimes, because this card's also in the Wilds of Eldraine green-white Precon, and in that it's like it's a bit of a dead card because that's not a deck that's going to give you lots of lands in hand necessarily. But in this deck, where you want your lands in your graveyards, you're going to be getting lots of potentially drawn lands. I think it's a good include.
I would agree.
We have a Spring Bloom Druid. When it enters...
So many of these creatures are like land search that, yes, I'm really seeing how it's not enough basic lands.
Yeah, already.
Given how many lands do it and how many creatures are doing it.
Yeah. But yeah, it's sacrifice a land for 2 basics to the battlefield. So it's a Harrow but on a body. An Augur of Autumn. You may look at the top card of your library every turn. Anytime, you can play lands from the top of your library. So more card advantage for specifically playing lands. Useful if you don't happen to draw into a land with your Hearthull ability. You've got an extra one to look at to replace that land that you're killing every turn. The Coven ability, I don't know how often that's going to trigger. Like, there's a smattering of different powers, and like just in the lower mana values, obviously it's mostly 1s and 3s, which is to be expected. I guess we'll see, because like Hearthull's a power that you're not going to have many of. Zarel might be a power that doesn't share too many things. Yeah. It's not here for the ability.
A lot of ones.
It's here for the lands.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Dizzy, you know that that person that Ernest keeps talking about that's like 38 lands. She says 38 lands, so I trust her and we should have 38 lands. I did also see a different video from her that was like, people should have just more basics in general. Stop being super fancy, just put more basics in. And like, just seeing this deck, I'm like, yeah. This specifically, just put more basics in.
So this, I think, is our first new creature in this deck.
This is so cute.
A very exciting card.
Adorable.
It is also very cute.
This is so cute.
They've got a cute little face. They almost look owl-like in their little face.
They're like little ghosty owl bugs.
Yeah.
That are flying with their ears.
Yeah. So this is
it is like Scoot Swarm, yes.
To Scoot Swarm. It is a 3-cost 1/1. This one has flying, and it's whenever you sacrifice a land, you get a copy if there are 7 or more lands in the graveyard. Otherwise, you get a 1/1 black insect with fly. So, on the one hand, the proc is harder to get than Scoot Swarm. On the other hand, the flip side is you get a flying one instead of a ground-bound one. I love this. It's definitely not going to be as splashable as Scoot Swarm, but in a deck like this, it's going to be so useful. So many people are going to want it if they make decks like this. 7 lands in 7 land cards in graveyard is going to be a steep thing to hit. Like, bearing in mind that the threshold mechanic was designed as like a whole set mechanic for just having 7 cards in your graveyard, full stop, to unlock some more powerful abilities. This one you have to have 7 specifically lands. Even in this deck, that might be a little difficult to get to. Like, you have to consistently sacrifice a land a turn to get 7 lands in your graveyard, and that's just by turn 7. Yes, Kingo, that's why there's going to be so many fetches and fetch adjacents to try and load up your lands. It's not going to come online very early. It's going to come online a lot later than Scoot Swarm. It's probably... Scoot Swarm is a little bit more pushed, shall we say. This is a bit more sort of rounded and balanced. It works really well in the decks it's going to be in. If you've got a lot of self-mill or you've got a lot of land sacrifice, it's going to do well. But it's just a bit more mild and reasonable.
Yeah.
Have we lost a Hex? Did I hear a Hex going to speak to a cat?
Possibly. That seems correct. Yes, I think Finimus has taken him away.
No.
Taken her away. Oh,
well, up next,
been taken by the boy.
Taken by the boy. That could be the name for a magic card. Taken by the boy.
She has been taken by the boy.
I think we might press on slowly, at least. We've got another new card, so we can spend some time admiring another gorgeous little Eumidian.
A Vendo Brush Razor.
Welcome back.
Did I hear a Hex?
Yes, he was throwing things around the bathtub. He's fine.
Oh dear. Yeah, he's got a little axe that's like powered by a backpack and a chain of sausages.
Chain of sausages.
I can't unsee that now.
No, I'm never going. I didn't see it before. Didn't see it before, but now I'll never unsee this.
Yeah, so he's also after getting you to sacrifice just any non-token permanents. So again, he's sort of matching in with Zarol. He doesn't mind what it is you're sacrificing. He'd be happy in a more sort of a Rakdos-y kind of generic sacrifice deck. So he's an impulse draw when you sacrifice, and he's a kind of the interesting kind of impulse draw where he impulses when you hit a trigger, and then you can play it on any turn where you hit that trigger again, which is it's interesting. Like, obviously the normal impulse is just like until your next end step or until the end of your next turn.
Yeah.
Like, it means you have to be consistently hitting that mark. But if you're including a card like this, then it's in a deck where you're consistently hitting that mark anyway.
Yeah.
And then he can tap and sacrifice a land to add red rate. So again, you can kind of get double duty out of a land with a lot of these. A lot of the cards like this.
Yeah.
Where you tap them for a mana, and then you sacrifice them for more value.
Mm-hmm.
Whether that's Evendo or Sprouting Goblin or what have you. Actually, even for Hearthol, like you can pay the 1 mana off of the land that you then sacrifice. You don't have to sort of waste resources unnecessarily.
Yeah, and I mean, like, you use his tap ability, and then you get the other things.
Yeah.
And it's the fact that you may just play the cards exiled. You don't have to cast them. That's.
Well, you if they're spells, you cast
Or is that
them.
the
If
same
they're
thing?
lands, so when you play a spell, you cast it. When you play a land, you just play it.
Okay, why did they just make the wording so confusing?
It's because play is the sort of the generic term that includes both lands and spells.
I guess.
But yeah, like on its own, like if I didn't have other things on the field or at least in hand, like this is not an ability I would use very much. It's when you know you've got access to that Zarel or some other kind of land recursion that then we're using the event to the full extent of its power. Horizon Explorer. This is quite a big deal card. It's another new one, I think. Yeah, it must be new because it's got the lander token on it.
It's got lander tokens.
But yeah, lands you control enter untapped. On a deck with this many fetches and things in it is a huge deal. And even with the lander token, like a repeatable lander token, whenever you attack a player, you get a lander token. So you're doing that potentially as many as 3 times a turn. You're getting one of these, bringing in a land tapped, but it's not tapped because of Horizon Explorer. This is going to potentially ramp you quite hugely.
Yeah.
It's also another permanent to sacrifice, although it is obviously a token to sacrifice. So some things care about that, some don't.
Yeah, a lot of them are non-tokens. Like the majority of things we've seen that are caring about sacrificing things are caring about sacrificing non-token permanents.
Yeah.
Which is a shame for things like this, but like it still works very well with the rest of the deck. So
yeah. And then we have an Oracle of Moldea, who gives you an extra land drop each turn, which is fantastic. Play with the top card of your library revealed. You can play lands from the top of your library. Top card of your library revealed is certainly an interesting one. Because obviously that's public information. Your opponents can prepare for what they see coming as well.
Yeah.
But you know, like it's definitely worth it overall. I think for the extra ability to play that card if it's a land and the extra land drop.
Yeah.
We have Soul of Windgrave. So this is one of 2 other cards in this deck that have they're legendary creatures and they have the right colors that they could be. They could helm up this deck, but they're not intended as the commander of this deck.
Yeah.
Soul of Windgrace is in particular doesn't work particularly well as the well, I say he doesn't work well. His first ability works really well because he gets he's land recursion again. He's enters or attacks, put a land from your graveyard onto the battlefield tapped. So he is actual ramp rather than just playing lands from your graveyard as your land for turn.
Yeah.
And he has his own way of getting them into the graveyard without sacrificing them. You discard for different abilities. You can discard and gain life, which you're not going to use very often, but maybe in a pinch. You can discard and draw, which you're going to do potentially quite a lot. Or you can discard and make him indestructible, which is very handy to have a source of instant speed indestructible on a commander if you were to have him as your commander for this deck.
And when it says Soul Windgrace gains indestructible until end of turn, tap it. Yes. So like he'd then become tapped.
Well, I mean, you've probably swung with him on your turn anyway.
Yeah, fair.
You know, it's a counter to removal rather than necessarily being a proactive ability for when you're swinging.
Yeah.
But I mean, even then, you can do it on the turn you swing. As you swing,
yeah,
the opponent declares blockers. If their blocker's going to kill you, you make him indestructible.
Yeah, that's fair.
A Centaur Vine Crasher. It is a 1/1 with trample.
All graveyards.
Yes. So I think in this deck in particular, you're not going to get a lot of lands in your opponent's graveyards. There's not a lot of non-self mill going on.
Yeah.
But it'll punish your opponent for having their own fetches and what have you. So if you're playing against the sort of the more speedy competitive decks that like to run that kind of thing. Centaur Vinecrasher will like it. If you're in a mirror match, Centaur Vinecrasher will go insane. And then you can get him back from your graveyard. He'll recur himself when you put a land into your graveyard if you really want him to, which I mean you might well do because he can get big.
Yeah.
We have another new card and another new Eumidian.
Ooh.
It's a colourful looking card. You have to sort of take a step back for a sec to actually visually process what's going on.
Yeah.
But I love the art. I mean, actually, all of the Eumidians that I've seen have all looked good, whether they're the commander ones or from the base set. They all look really good.
Uh-huh.
Wastewalker is a 4-cost 4/4. When it attacks, you and defending player each discard a card or sacrifice a permanent. And then you draw a card for each land card put into a graveyard this way. So this does work with the Vinecrasher.
Yeah.
And I sort of think, you know, if an opponent is forcing you to discard a card, often you are going to discard a land card.
Yeah.
So you are getting more and more likely to proc his draw a card thing. Because if you have 2 lands in hand, then discarding a land card as a person who's not playing a deck like this where you get loads of land drops a turn, discarding that second land is a relatively low sort of opportunity cost.
Yeah. A question on rules.
Uh-huh.
You and your defending player each discard a card or sacrifice a permanent. Do you both have to do the same thing, or can you both choose?
I believe that you both choose independently.
Okay. That's kind of what I assumed, but I was unsure.
Hex, you have any thoughts on the Wastewalker?
He's cool. He definitely works. I think he's not going to be like you know how some things tip the balance of like, do I board wipe or do I wait till it gets worse? You don't want to be you don't want to be discarding or sacrificing every turn. He draws. I think he'll draw more ire than he necessarily should.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
But and I'm not sure the encore is. I mean, it's lovely to have things like that for if it comes down to it at the end. But I can't think
Big
to an encore
cost
very
for the
often.
encore.
That said, each one is going to be a discard or a sacrifice.
Yeah, and it's potentially drawing you 3 cards. If you are either discarding or sacrificing 3 lands, 1 for each of the encore copies, then you're potentially drawing 3 cards as well.
3 cards.
Yeah.
He's good. He's nice.
Yeah, as like a super late game 8-mana bomb, I don't know that it's the best thing in the world.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that's fair.
This thing looks really cool though. Veil of Prime.
Mm-hmm. So this feels like there's a Kraken, there's a blue Kraken card who feels a lot like this.
Eric Smithies!
Mm-hmm.
Not Eric Smithies, although I guess Eric Smithies also does feel kind of like this as well in some ways. Yeah, there's a blue Kraken that's like whenever you draw a card, possibly you make a token and then untap a Kraken.
Yeah.
Or maybe you make a token and untap this. And this guy is whenever you sacrifice a land, you make a token and you untap this. And he's cheap, but he's got counters on him. He doesn't have loads of counters on him. You know, you're gonna get through 6 stun counters quite quickly, I think, in this.
Especially whenever it's like whenever you sacrifice a land and there's so much land sacrifice going on. Like, so much of it.
Yeah.
Gonna wake up fast.
And the tokens he gets you are beefy boys. They're 4/4s.
And like you can use his other ability when he has stun counters on him, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so like he himself gets rid of his own stun counters. So yeah, you're gonna get through that pretty quickly, I think. And just have a massive boy on the field.
My gut is, again, this is one of those sacrifice land abilities that you're probably not, like, it's there as an option. You're not going to take that option
Yeah.
very often. But if you just need a 10/10 in a pinch, and you have some mana lying around and you're close anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's pretty cool. I like him.
Yeah, so this is one of the new cards, if that wasn't kind of clear. And people are sort of talking about it as like a counterpart to some of the other Baloth cards that exist.
Yeah.
And then we have Titania, Protector of Argoth.
Oh, jeez.
She's a 5/3.
5.
When she enters, you get a land from your graveyard to the battlefield. So again, she's ramping you if you have lands in your graveyard. And she's also making tokens when you're putting lands into the graveyard.
And
these
those
ones
are
are
some
5/3s.
chunky tokens.
They are
Beefy
chunky tokens. Yep.
Beefy boys. Yeah, that's kind of, she's kind of scary with her big tokens.
Yeah, but between like Baloth Prime and Titania, and some of your like pingers when you sacrifice stuff, and Hearthhull's ability if you got him up to 8, you can be getting a huge amount of value out of each individual land sacrifice.
Yeah. Oh, I know this guy. I like this guy. This guy's in my my Camellia deck.
Speaking of huge value out of every sacrifice.
Yeah. Yeah, he can get a big bit out of control.
He makes your whole board get out of control.
Yeah, I mean, he's like, he was kind of put into my squirrel deck as like, oh well, he kind of works similar enough to Camellia and works with other things. But when you have him and Camellia on the board, my squirrels are scary. It hasn't happened often, but he's a big bug boy.
He's a big bug boy, and a worthy commander in his own right if you want to play a Golgari deck.
Absolutely.
And it'll be a Golgari deck that probably plays like this lot, because Golgari will have a lot of ways of sacrificing specifically lands.
Yeah.
Also, popular commanders at 5 mana.
We do have Gitrog.
The Gitrog monster is a 6/6 Death Touch frog.
Boy.
He forces you to sacrifice a land if you want to keep him at the beginning of each of your upkeeps, but he gives you an extra land drop. So he's like Hearthhull in that you're losing lands, but you're often replacing it. And again, he's giving you the extra draw to help you replace it. Once again, if you've got him out and you're doing Hearthhull things, you're getting huge value out of them.
Yeah, I remember Kangirl playing this in a game. He was scary. Big boy. You give a big thing Death Touch, and it's like, oh, get that away from me.
Yeah. All right. So this is the fourth card that has the right colors to be the commander of this deck if you want it. This plus Titania means another 5/3 token. I mean, yeah, because it's another 5/3 token every upkeep.
Yeah, literally.
But yeah, Korvold, the Fey Cursed King. Squishy saying arguably the best Jund commander. I think that is highly debatable. I would never consider running this as a commander at all. But
I mean, people play differently. I don't think there can be. When you say arguably the best Jund commander, I don't think that there can actually. Unless something is like the most overpowered thing in the world, I don't think there can be a correct answer to that ever. Because there is as many playstyles as there is Magic players, really.
I mean, I guess that's what the arguably
it's a very popular one,
sentence is doing.
What was that, Dizzy? Sorry?
I said, I guess that's what the arguably in rest sentence is
Yes,
doing.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, he's a dragon, he makes himself big. You have to sacrifice whenever he enters or attacks.
Whenever you sacrifice a permanent, any permanent, so like you're going with your little lander tokens and getting rid of them, he's getting counters and drawing you. Yeah. Like, he is a very good card. I would say that, but yeah.
I can see why other people play him.
Yeah. We
Well,
had a
too.
big argument about whether the locust god is a zombie or a god, and it's neither. But then it was all, and then we found the actual zombie god, and then we had a big argument about whether he was a god before he became a zombie or became a zombie after he became a god.
Could he have become both
Oh,
at the same time?
Potentially,
possibly.
maybe. Any input is appreciated.
Anyone know the lore on Bontu?
Yeah, Bantu law required.
Onto law required.
I'm guessing the reason why Crocodile isn't on here, Red, is just because they are very concerned about not making that type line too squished. I think they are possibly maybe more concerned than they should be about making the type line look squished, but yeah, he's a 5/6 with Menace. When he enters, you sacrifice any number of other permanents and draw that many cards. So this is potentially like mass sacrifice of things.
Yeah.
If you really just need to get, so if you've got some of your value pieces out already, you know, just pop a whole bunch of things at once. Get insane board state.
Didn't we have somebody somewhere?
Somebody
No, I'm thinking
somewhere.
about it. Yeah, if I can't draw lines on here like I can. Again,
You
it
can draw.
depends on you having him,
Just
but you
draw.
could bond to if you had the aftermath analyst, you can go pretty ham with bond 2 on the lands to begin with.
Yeah, you
Obviously,
can
that is one
theoretically pop
creature, one
your
of the
entire
99.
land
But
base.
Yeah. Also, I find it like, yeah, you're saying about like squishing the words there, but like he is categorically a zombie, a crocodile zombie god, right? Whereas, what was that card you played the other day? That was like an ox, cat, something else.
Oh, the
I-
escaping livestock, liberated livestock.
Yeah, like
Bugbear.
that wasn't a cat, ox, whatever else was there. It was just that they were all there. It wasn't one creature. It just yeah, that
Thank you, King Girl.
I don't know why that upset me.
Reinforces my argument that not God of the Zombies, just a zombie god. So
It was
I
a
win,
god
ref.
first,
Take
and then
that.
she was resurrected as a zombie. Okay, yeah, I mean, yeah, so not god of the zombies.
Mm.
I would agree. She's cool.
Beautiful.
Cheers, cool.
Clever.
Here's our existing
You do
Balos.
Baylor.
Baylor!
Very popular card. Again, it's making you those
Yes.
4/4 tokens.
Yeah.
There's not
Big boy.
You
Trample.
definitely could put lots of landfall triggers in this deck if you wanted to. I'm glad they haven't. I'm glad they focused on the sacrifice bit more than the landfall because
Yeah.
like there's just a lot of landfall going around right now. The last two sets in standard have had landfall components. I'm not sure if we've had a landfall commander deck this year, but like there's a lot of landfall going around right now. So I'm glad they haven't focused on the landfall, but
Yeah, we've had what, 2 landfalls so far? We've had
yeah,
Tireless
Tireless
Tracker and the
then.
Baylots.
And you know, if you're gonna have two, those are pretty good too. Like those two
Yeah.
and Tireless Provisioner and Scoot Swarm are like they're the 4 iconic landfall cards.
Mhm.
Asterisk apart from AC who's blue or green and blue. And Avengers Zendikar. Anyway, I'm getting off topic talking about landfall.
That's okay. We're here to talk about Magic. I mean, yeah, sure, we're here to talk about the decks, but like,
yeah, these are two of the. You know, if you had to pick just a couple of landfall cards, these are a good couple to pick. They've not ignored the archetype entirely, but they've not focused on it, which I think is the exact right balance.
yeah, I think it would be silly to not include a couple of landfall cards. I think it would be a bit of a waste. But yeah, I would agree.
We have Moltani, Iavi Maya's avatar, as a reach trample 6 cost, which gets +1/+1 for each land you control and each land card in your graveyard.
Oh my god.
All of your fetches are effectively +2/+2 for her. If you're sacrificing stuff to Hearthhole or whatever, she's not changing, which is nice. And then again can recur herself, which is can recur herself and fill your hand if for some reason you're short on being able to make a land drop. Which, you know, considering she's going to be a massive threat and she can bring herself back, like the centaur, is scary. It's scary that these big things don't go away for long unless you exile them.
Yeah. She's big thing.
Oh, this is another landfall card. Actually, this is a card which I adore. um, this is Moral Fear of Akum, who gives all of your creatures +1/+0 for each time they've attacked. And then landfall gives you an extra combat phase, although noteworthy not an extra combat phase and then another main phase. So you gotta get all of your landfalls down, and ideally you've got to get all of your landfalls down in specifically your second main phase. Because if you do this in your first main phase, then things will untap at the beginning of your extra combat phase, which happens before your regular combat phase, and they won't untap at the beginning of your actual normal combat phase.
Yeah.
But he's great. I love him.
I would forget. I would find this hard to manage.
He's a big, beefy 6-foot boy. You need to just pay a little bit of attention to make him work. And he's a real bomb.
Yeah, I don't think I'm capable of that level of attention is the problem.
Hex, tell us about Omnath.
It's Omnath. It's Reth's Omnath that Reth has a really, really nasty deck with. That I don't know much about Omnath. I just know that whenever that Reth gets a bit too salty, Omnath comes out. And,
Amazing.
Okay, that's only been once. I'm sorry, Reth. I'm sorry. Omnath it's a good deck that's going on, but it all goes around these elementals, and then you kill all the elementals, and then it doesn't matter if you got blockers or what, because they're just goblin catapulting elementals at your face. But Titania made me think it was this. I mean, I guess color-wise, it had to be this Omnath, but there's an Omnath for everything, isn't there?
There's a green, there's a green-red, and then like each new Omnath got one extra color, and then the last one was black. The 5-color Omnath was black. I don't know which. I don't know if
was that
white
Locust
or
Ball?
blue came first. Yeah.
But yeah. Oh, are we all here still?
Yep.
Yes, I was saying hello to family.
Cool.
Sorry.
Somebody just fizzled out. Yeah, but he revolves around. You need a way if you want him to do the thing. You need a way to sacrifice all of your elementals in one go.
I mean, just
he's
having
not the
an
commander,
army,
so that doesn't need to be a thing.
having a swarm of 5/5s is nothing to sneer at on its own. Although again, they're not evasive.
No.
I don't know. I'll save that analysis to the end.
Omnath is chunky.
And finally, we have an Eldrazi. We have Worldbreaker.
Yes.
It's a 7-cost 5/7. When you cast this spell, exile target artifact, enchantment, or land, which is honestly quite a lot for 7 mana to do that. But it is also a 5/7. It's got reach, and it can also recur itself for 2 and a color. Okay, that's why the waste is in here, I guess. For that 2 and a colorless.
Yeah, that's why the waste is here.
Sacrifice a land, return this from your graveyard to your hand. So yeah, several big things which recur themselves in this creature base.
Yeah.
He feels like he fits, but he does feel like the token flavor Eldrazi.
Yeah.
I'm quite happy there is a token flavor Eldrazi. For the flavor of the set.
Yes, that is not a bad thing.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, Eldrazi.
He's here.
Worldbreaker as well. He's flavorful, and I appreciate flavor.
Yeah. I think all of the new creatures, they all look nice to me. Like there's none of the new creatures. So hang on, who's new? You're new. You're new. You're new.
That flavor.
You're new. So I think that's all of the new creatures. All of the new creatures. Oh, Horizon Explorer. All the new creatures
I like
in this
that
deck
fact, Red.
really make an impact to me. I like all of them. They all strike me as like, this is a card worth having in Magic.
Use Gitrog and Darkmoor Salvage to mill your entire deck.
I don't think we've seen Darkmoor Salvage, whatever that is.
No.
um,
Now that we are through the creatures, oh, it's a land. Oh, we might have seen it then. May I request a small break? Because we're an hour and a half in, and I need to go to the bathroom and such.
yes, absolutely. Oh, the Dredger!
Okay.
Oh, of course.
Ah.
Oh, that's a very good point.
Again, you might not want to mill your entire deck.
No.
I think there's what, 3 creatures in here that will love you milling your entire deck? Because there's well, there's more. There's Titania, there's Centaur Vinecrasher, there's Aftermath Analyst, Multani will love you milling your entire deck. There's enough things in here.
If you've milled your
Titania
entire
doesn't
deck,
love
then
the
you
mill.
can't
Titania-
Oh, it's from the
draw, right?
graveyard,
And
it's
then
from
you
the
lose.
graveyard. I mean, not literally your entire deck. You'd want to leave a few cards behind, but
Yeah.
sorry, not Titania.
Yeah,
I
But
misread
Titania
Titania. I
wants them
thought-
to go from the battlefield to the graveyard.
Yeah,
She doesn't
I-
care if you mill them.
I misread.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Little break, if that's all right with people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Excellent. Right. I shall return soon.
Oh, it seems solid so far.
It does seem
Seems
very
really
solid.
solid.
Yeah, I'll be back in,
But
in
also-
just a sec.
I raised chat while everybody's gone. Omnath looks like he would give incredible hugs.
Hello, everyone. I'm sorry, I didn't mute my my mic. So you just had me snuffling and putting my headset on. Whoops. But we are back. Let's hop back on into the old tabletop. Let's do a little unmute. Hey, Hex, you still around? No, obviously Hex has also gone on a little break. That's fine. Breaks are good for you. You should all be.
Ah,
Hello.
oh dear. Hello.
Welcome back.
Good to be back. I
Mhm.
got Finn a chilled tube treat, and he is happy.
Ooh.
Blackberry and bubblegum Omnath. Are we on about flavors of Omnath? Big green jelly bean.
I mean, I guess maybe the
Mixed
natural
fruit.
progression for Omnath will be to start taking colours away from him. Maybe he'll end up as just a mono black Omnath. You never know.
I'd take it. Wish you had a chilled chew treat. Yeah, me too, you know. He's got one in the freezer as well, so I can give him like a cat ice cream later. I don't have any human ice cream in the freezer, but yeah, that looks like he would be a big squishy. Like
He is pretty squishy to look at.
I still stand by Valgavoth giving good hugs as well.
Well, I don't know, like maybe he's squishy, or maybe he's just like intangible.
Oh no. He looks like a big gel-filled jelly bean. Although he might be a bit bony with the fire, the lava arms.
Mm.
Oh, Finn!
Uh oh, what's the kitty up to?
You make that jump, buddy. Come on up, you come. I think he's trying to get up, but he missed his jump. Do you want on that? No, he's off. He's embarrassed. I love you, sweet pea.
Aww.
He's gone. Non-corporeally squishy.
Can you be non-corporeal and squishy?
I feel like in the way, have you ever had vanilla flavored tea? Like vanilla tea,
No,
it's
'cause I
really,
don't
really
like
good.
tea.
Like, you expect it to have more substance because if it tastes like custard, you kind of expect a custard consistency, and it's not a custard consistency. It's like a water consistency.
That sounds doubly unpleasant, I'll be honest, but I'm sure that those who like
It's
it
actually
like
quite
it.
nice when you get used to it, but
Huh.
I didn't drink much whiskey. I got some amazing black tea with cacao nibs and violet in it, and it's like, again, I really like violet creams, and I admit they taste kind of like perfume, but I really enjoy them. So that tea is like my favorite chocolate in a tea. It's great. Marshmallow Man from Ghostbusters.
See, I just think he's not solid enough. He looks like he's sort of wisping off around the edges.
Maybe.
Which
I mean,
makes
he's causing enough destruction, right?
Well, I think he's. I imagine him as being more like almost like a storm cloud consistency. Like he looks sort of very huge and solid, and then actually you sort of always go through, but also be electrocuted.
Fair enough. He is an
says,
elemental, so
You
yeah.
like pushing something buoyant underwater. I think I understand what Kingal is evoking.
Big squishy jelly beans.
I accidentally overtyped the creatures that was on this label before, so I gave it an emergency relabeling.
I like it. I feel like the conclusion here was Valgavoth still gives better hugs.
I will set us up. I will prepare us for what we're looking at next, which is the sorcerings. There's quite a few
There
in
can't
there.
be many of
There's
these.
13
13.
sorcerings.
One singular enchantment, bless.
But
Oh my
actually,
goodness, look at them!
That's a really interesting thing. Both of these decks have just one enchantment each. Like I sort of expected the artifacts deck to be light on enchantments, but I definitely didn't expect this one to be. Is more arms better hugs, Kingo?
Well, Valgavoth is just hot. Like, I will not elaborate, but I will stand by it. Zask is a cool bug, but
So I'm just gonna load in so that people can see
Valgavoth is.
what Valgoroth looks like for those who aren't already aware. So this is Valgavoth, the Terror Eater and the Harrower of Souls.
I stand by it. I will not take that
His
back.
arms are like bone. That'd be the least pleasant hug. Like if he was a fluffy moth, all sort of fuzzy, and he could encapsulate you in his big wings.
King Girl is here with me. King Girl is with me. Terror Eater less so. Harrower of Souls is
does
hot.
also have lots of arms. You can't even see like what he really looks like. It's all just formless darkness and then some arms.
Oh,
Hi.
Hello.
we've brought Valgavoth out.
We're discussing the attractive merits of Valgavoth.
The attractive merits of Valgavoth.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Maybe this is why I'm single.
You're just waiting on
No,
the
but
perfect evil moth.
bring Valgavoth back for a second. I mean, which one is more attractive, Hex?
Not Terror Eater.
Okay,
The other one's
okay.
kind of a room, which is a bit rough.
Okay, fair.
Jack is with me.
I'm not saying that either of them have any attractive merits. I'm saying one is definitely better than the other.
Oh dear.
In this art, at least.
I'm with you, Kingo. Look at us putting around these horrible, unmeetable expectations
I
and
mean, the
standards.
glowing eyes is pretty cool. Like I could dig someone having glowing eyes.
Aha. Oh no, Gloves is
It's
taking
the
notes.
claws as well. Like you,
Or
yeah.
maybe I
You-
should just like deliberately give myself an astigmatism. Um,
One of them gives you radiance vibes.
yeah,
I
Valgoth is
mean,
very
yeah,
radiance coded, which is weird for somebody who is like very black.
radiance but dark.
Mm. I guess it's just giant terror moth, I suppose, is radiance coded. Um,
I've never seen him as like a moth. I guess they are kind of moth wings, aren't they?
and he's got the antennae in the Terrator one as well.
Yeah.
He doesn't really have antennae in Harrow of Souls, but he
The
does have
Harrow
the
of Souls
6
is good
limbs.
stuff.
Uh, shall we have a look at some sorceries?
This is a really cute
Yep.
one.
In 1 second, I'm just
Oh my
doing a thing.
goodness!
2 years.
Shaka, 2 years. That's incredible. You're incredible as well.
Well, I noticed an email whenever I was on break that I'd paid whatever amount of money for a subscription. I was like, oh, which one's this? And then I was like, oh, okay, I should go do a thing.
Aw,
So
you're sweet. Everyone go be nice to Shaka. Everyone go follow Shaka if you're not already. Let's give Shaka a shout out for anybody who doesn't know who you are for some reason.
hello, it's me, the other streamer.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. That triggered both bots.
No,
I
it
think-
didn't.
Did it not?
No, Artie did it. And
Oh,
you did
Artie did it. Okay, I just didn't see Artie because it happened at the exact same time.
it. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I have seen both bots being triggered in a shared chat though before because the person who did the shout out was a mod in both the chats. So both bots got triggered by the one shout out.
These are very cute pests. They're so sweet.
Oh my god,
They're
look at them.
adorable.
Their little feet, their
I
little
would
teeth.
I would
their
try to
big
keep
dumb
them, and
eyes.
then I guess they would like destroy my whole life by eating it. But they're wonderful.
Mhm.
It's an interesting card for this. Like, it's mass artifact destruction. It gives you tokens that when they die you gain life. There's not that many things that sacrifice creature tokens in this deck, to my knowledge. But
No.
I guess it's an X spell, so it benefits from you having lots of lands.
Yeah.
Oops.
Oh no, we did it again. I've got it. Okay. I didn't know who had it.
Ramp.
See stream chat.
Wee-oo.
Yeah, Ramp, Nature's Law.
Oh my
Good
god.
Commander staple. Oh dear, what's going on?
Look in stream chat. They're adorable.
Oh, is it the tokens?
I think they're less adorable than the pests on the cards, but they are quite.
I think so too, but they're still pretty cool.
Oh. Spawn a bunch of tokens and bond to them. You could bond to them, yes. Like, there's not nothing that
that's very
works with
true.
them. There's just not loads of things that work with them. Actually,
They're the Tumbeasts that were used as an error message for Tumblr years back.
Oh.
That's fun.
Yeah, Nature's Law, it's a staple. Another reason why they have 17 basics in this deck. Although, again, this can
Yeah.
switch out your basic lands typed non-basics, which is fun. I love Nature's Law, it's a great card. This is a staple in Commander for a reason. We have another X spell, World Soul's Rage. Deals X damage to any target, and then you put X lands from your hand and or graveyard onto the battlefield tapped. So again, more ways of land recursion, and it turns your existing lands into damage. You know, this could, in a deck like this, I imagine this could quite easily finish off any player, sort of just out of the blue if they're at like 10 or less life. Just close out the game that last quarter of their life total all at once, without having to sort of really do much other than have a bunch of mana on the field. I think it's a great include. And then it gets you, then it wraps you massively as well.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff. Good old Farseek.
Yep, Farseek is another search other lands with a basic land type, although in this case not a forest. This one's just forest, this one's not a forest. But
Yeah.
We've had a lot
Um.
of new Farseek cards recently.
we
mhm.
have.
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
it's
This
quite
is
a
very pretty.
it's the mix of it's a staple, it's not very expensive, so they don't mind reprinting it. And then it suits lots of kind of new locations and properties because you get to just show off a bit of pretty landscape from whatever world or property you're doing. It's a good fit for a
Yeah.
reprint, like some Command Tower and stuff. You know, they're just obvious ones for reprints, which is good. I love seeing the new
Yeah.
arts on cards.
Yeah. Same.
Knight's Whisper. Okay, this is a very stock black draw spell. Draw 2, lose 2 life.
Yeah. There's
This
like 10 of these.
yeah, there's a lot of cards that do this. They don't see loads of play in Commander. This is one that if you were doing an upgrade, you would probably cut quite
Excuse you, I have a bunch of them in Speed Demon. 90% of the play they see is from me.
quickly.
Amazing.
This is horrifying to look at.
Yeah.
Um, you make an XX token with Death Touch, where X is the number of land cards in your graveyard, which is great. Again, rewarding you for having lots of lands in your graveyard. And then Retrace. You get to cast it as many times as you like, so long as you can keep discarding a land each time.
Yeah. It's interesting that this sorcery is every creature type
Yes.
to me. Like, it's not a creature, but it's every creature type.
There's not many kindreds out in the world. In this deck, obviously, they're not particularly relevant. Every so often, you'll find some weird interaction that makes them relevant.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, there's at least a couple that are specifically kindred shapeshifters as well with Changeling.
Fair.
Actually, this card in particular I think is interesting because, like, the retrace cards I'm familiar with, this one gets stronger the more times you retrace it, whereas often they get like weaker or they just don't change the more times you cast them.
Yeah.
This one actively, like, you want to cast as many times to keep loading up your graveyard with lands.
Yeah.
Realized why I recognize this one. It's in Wrath's Scarecrow deck. The birds. The every time you cast a different creature, something with 2 or more creature types.
Oh,
That's why I recognize it.
yeah, of course. We
Yes,
have
Deuce Arse.
we have a Gorgon. We have Gaze of Granite. It's a board wipe. Each non-land permanent with mana value or less. Both of our commander options are medium size in mana, so you can potentially let them not die and kill some other things.
Yeah.
Especially with Zarol, like, a lot of things you're going to want to kill will be at that 3 or 4 mana mark.
Yeah.
And then if your opponent's just swarming the board with tokens, you can just pay X equals 0 if you really have to.
Yeah.
And you're gonna have the mana to make X as big as you want in this deck as well.
Yeah.
Cultivate.
Land to your hand, which is good for those extra land drops that Hearthold's giving you. Land to the battlefield.
Mhm. Yep. Card.
Splendid
Splendid
Reclamation. So this is that ability on the detective. I'm looking in the
Yes.
file, but it's just a sorcery on its own. You can
Yeah,
only have
it's good.
kind of so many of these, I guess,
Mhm.
because
Yeah.
you don't get to sacrifice lands very quickly in this deck. Most of your sacrifice land abilities are either they're expensive in mana, or you are tapping something to do them, so you can only do them once per turn.
Yeah.
So that it's nice that there's a couple. You wouldn't want loads.
Yeah, that's fair.
Faux Crucible of Worlds. I don't actually know what Crucible of Worlds does.
I have a Crucible. I treated myself to a Crucible of Worlds.
Oh, just
Gundam
lets you
Mesmeric
play
Orb.
lands from your graveyard. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Skyshroud Claim just searches out 2 forests. I don't see this one
Hmm.
very often.
It's very pretty.
I think part of it is you would generally expect like 1 4-mana card to do slightly more than 2 2-mana cards, but this is just 2 Nature's Laws.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crucible of Worlds is a card that you would want in this deck if you're running not Zarel as your commander. If you're running
Mhm.
Halthal.
Yeah.
I don't know if it is in this deck or not. I don't think it is.
Probably not.
Yeah, also welcome on in, Fire Chief. Hope you're having a lovely day. An Escape to the Wilds. Exile the top 5 cards of your library. You can play them until the end of your next turn, and you get an extra land drop. So some moderate card advantage. You're probably not going to slap down all 5 of those cards. Especially
No,
not as
probably
you're
not.
paying 5 mana for this. So you're probably not going to slap. You're going to slap down any lands that you get this turn, and then you're probably going to
Yeah.
play like 2 of them next turn. It is a nice art.
Yeah.
It's very pretty.
Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yep. I
This
love
hits
this.
that same spot as Hull Breach in the art is like, mwah.
This is a really nice card. This is a new card. And it's interesting
Oh
because
boy.
it's kind of mass land destruction. But not really. It's not very mass land destruction.
Oh, people do get to hold on to lands.
Yeah, you get to hold on to
But, like-
6, which is normally enough.
But like, yeah, mass land destruction in a precon
Precon.
is wow.
It's certainly
Ooh.
spicy. You're gonna be
Yeah.
the player who has 6 lands and who has more than 6 lands a long time before anyone else does.
Yeah.
So this is definitely
You might
knocking
also-
your mana as much as this is gonna knock down your mana a lot more than it's gonna knock down anyone else's. But then you don't mind.
You
because
might
it's all
just
your sacrifice
kill
points.
people with it.
Yeah.
If you have this Hearthhall out at the right time, it's never mind mass land destruction. Everybody's dead. Who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, this is going to mass proc all of your value for sacrificing lands all at once.
Yeah.
Or alternatively, you're going to play this as a board wipe in the mid game when you're not really sacrificing anything out of it, just to deal that 6 damage to creatures. Because Hearthal can
Yeah.
survive it. Hearthal has 7 power, and also a lot of the time it's not a creature anyway.
Yeah.
So Hearthal will survive it. You'll deal 6 damage to a bunch of stuff, and it'll clear the board. And if anybody else
Yeah.
happens to be getting out ahead of you with a landfall deck that is, if you're in a mirror match again, somebody else is going ahead of you, then hey, even the playing field a little bit. But they're probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is
And then
a
the,
good kind of mass land destruction because it preserves enough for people to do stuff with.
Yeah.
You know, if you're preserving like 3 lands or no lands, then it's a sort of a slow, dredgy reset to the board. Whereas this is going to just nix anybody if they are ahead of you. Although again, with this deck, they're probably not going to be ahead of you. It's going to nix everybody who's massively ahead of you on mana, and then leave everybody able to do stuff.
What's that posting twice? That's so
I
weird.
think it'll put you far enough ahead though that it's if everything's if you're using it when you want to be using it rather than as an oh shit, the board is too big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is like a
if you're winning
putting it in the
already,
bag.
this could close out the game with the value it generates.
Mm-hmm.
If you are behind, it can level the playing field decently.
You are going to be removed pretty fast after you do that though. You're going to be the one that everybody hits in the face next
Well, I
turn.
mean, again, it really depends. Like, if you're up against players who have rocks and not land, then they're gonna think, well, this didn't touch me. They play the board wipe, sure, and yet it was mass land destruction, but it didn't touch me. it touched the person who was ahead of me.
Yeah.
I know. Somebody does that to me, I'm hitting them in the face, but I'm really petty. You know, I'm hitting you in the face and you hit me with one on turn too. Like, yeah.
This this is the thing with the new bracket system. Obviously, brackets say mass land destruction is normally category 4. I think in practical play, this isn't going to be mass land destruction. I think most of the time when this card drops, each opponent is sacrificing at most 2 lands, and you are sacrificing a bunch of lands. But like in terms of when it's actually going to play, what the board will actually look like yes, you can theory craft. In an ideal world, my deck's going to get down 15 lands and have more mana than gods. But in practice, most of the game you are at 6 to 8 lands. So this is not gonna do very much land destruction for people who aren't playing land ramp decks. It's gonna be a controversial card. It's gonna make this whole precon controversial for being in it. I like it.
It is mass land destruction, but it's not mass land destruction in the same breath, you know?
It's lowercase mass, uppercase land destruction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the mandatory blasphemous act.
Yep, it's a precon with red in the color scheme. It's got blasphemous act in it. Oh no, ads.
Ooh, a football ad.
It's nice to know that they're so good at targeting your audience.
Yeah. You too can get rid of ads by subscribing.
Again, it's a board wipe that Hearthhole can potentially survive, which is nice.
I don't need to do that.
I'm not generally a huge fan of like symmetric board wipes all the time. Like I think just
I didn't mean that, Gloves. I was joking, but thank you very much.
This can be at least a little bit asymmetric because you'll have your potentially your commander is not a creature. This isn't the worst encounter of a blasphemous act. I don't think any of these are new apart from Planetary Annihilation. No, Planetary Annihilation is the only new one here. So I'm separating out the new ones so we can like have a little running tally of them.
Fair.
Any other comments on the sorceries?
No, I think they work. I think they're good. I think they make sense in the deck.
We got some instants. We might be doing some interacting with our opponents. Shocking, I know.
Oh.
Terra Sunder. There's a fairly good split of things, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Terra Sunder is lovely. It's a little expensive for the exile just permanent, but it's a kicker, so it's flexible. You can pay it for the lesser thing, and it's not expensive for what it does.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is a staple. It probably deserves to be if it isn't.
Yeah.
Love a Rakdos Charm.
Rakdos Charm is a staple. Great against go wide decks. Will really punish your opponents for laying on those tokens really thick. And otherwise, it'll blow up an artifact. Or you can, if somebody else is doing graveyard shenanigans, you can mess with them.
It's always nice to have a little bit of graveyard hate.
Mm-hmm. The thing about graveyard hate, and this is one of the reasons also why Rakdos Charm is good, is because it's nice to have graveyard hate, but it's usually not worth dedicating a slot to. So you want a graveyard hate that does something else. Yeah, like Bajuka Bog.
Yeah, it's a swamp, but you can.
Infernal Grasp, fairly standard. Kill a creature for cheap.
Putrefy.
Putrefy. This is a staple. it's just good.
It's just good. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I grabbed that out of your hand
That's all right.
by accident.
Roiling Regrowth. So here's another Harrow style effect. This one's at instant speed. Sacrifice a land, you want to be doing that. Search your library for up to 2 basic lands, you want to be doing that.
Yeah, that's nice.
Not seen that one before, actually. That should go in my mono green deck. Harrow!
Harrow. Is this just straight up a copy of Harrow? No, because Roiling Regrowth you don't sacrifice as a cost. Harrow you sacrifice as a cost.
Oh
Yeah.
no, I meant Harrow is next.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, the more cards we look at, the more how I see. I don't remember who it was. Was it Gloves? Somebody said that it's not enough lands, not enough basics.
There's my brother said there's not enough basics.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
I-
gonna get your 17 basics out. Possibly all
What
of
is
them
the
consistent.
fundamental difference between as an additional cost to cast this sacrifice a land and just the fact that the card sacrifices a land? Like you have to do it either way.
The fundamental difference is if somebody casts counterspell on your Harrow, you have already sacrificed the land. If somebody
Right.
casts counterspell on your Roiling Regrowth, you haven't sacrificed it yet.
Okay, fair.
The
Fair.
chances of somebody counterspelling your Harrow aren't huge.
No.
Got a Beast Within. Love to see it.
Well, it depends how many of their lands you destroyed last turn, you know?
Yeah, that's fair.
Anyway. That's a cool
Yeah.
Beast Within.
Mhm.
Beast Within.
Yeah. And Windgrace's Judgment, which is Putrefy, but you can hit multiple people, but it's more expensive. Well, this is mostly removal and then some ramp, which is often what you get from an instant, from an instance pile. I note that there's no fight cards in here or bite cards, the classic green creature removal. I think that's just because they've decided the green black stuff is more efficient.
Yeah. I mean, it's the same with like the squirrel deck. Like, there's no fight stuff in that either. It's obviously this isn't Golgari, but like yeah.
Also, no instant speed like do damage to thing effects, which you get a lot of.
No, that's fair.
All right, new pile artifacts.
New pile.
We have only 4 of them. We are nearly at the end of the deck.
Heading on Crucible Worlds. I don't think there's going to be Crucible Worlds.
We got
I
a
like
new
this
Soul
Soul
Ring.
Ring.
It's
I like
an interesting Soul Ring.
I think it's cool. I like this a lot. It's Soul Ring. It does what it says. It does what it says in the box.
Yeah. We have a new pretty artifact spacecraft. Now, an interesting thing to note, just with all the spacecraft, I think they are all like this extended art kind of dealy where it goes beyond the bounds of the art box, but it's not it's not a traditional extended art treatment, and it's not a full art treatment, and it's not a borderless treatment.
Yeah,
but they all look like this.
Yeah.
Maybe it might be called frameless, perhaps.
Maybe.
But it's an interesting way of distinguishing, because obviously vehicles have a distinct frame for themselves. And so these guys are distinctive by not having a frame. It makes them look grand and spacey, which I really love.
Yeah.
Exploration Brood Ship costs 1 green. On its own, it does nothing, but it has station. On 3+, you get an additional land drop. So this is that on that part. It's like a little bit worse than an equivalent enchantment. There's one I can't remember what it's called. It is just a green. You get an additional land drop. But then at 8+ counters, it's a 4/4 flyer, and it lets you cast a permanent spell from your graveyard by sacrificing a land in addition to paying its other costs. So again, you're recurring all of your big threats. You're getting a land sacrifice into the bargain. It's getting you to replace the land because you've got a bonus land drop. It's good stuff.
Yep.
Arcane
Now the
Signet.
lovely
This is
Nana.
so Star Trek.
This is incredibly Star Trek. Yes.
I assume that these must be the pinnacle soldiers in universe.
One would assume from the text.
Oh, I should read the text. That would be good.
It's from the Pinnacle recruitment ad.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. So Pinnacle is, I guess, kind of like the Federation from Star Trek in a way. They're a multi-planetary, approximately universe-wide governing body whose job is to help folks and keep order as much as they can. They have their own, sort of militarized wing, but they're not just an army. They don't directly manage planets, I don't think, but they interface with planetary governments and try and mediate and keep the peace between sort of different bodies. And they control Pinnacle's deal is they control FTL travel basically. So the Drix, who we mentioned Drix before, the Drix can just teleport from place to place at will, and they gave the ability to do that based on their own biology to Pinnacle to elevate Pinnacle into this kind of multi-planetary federation that could theoretically prevent war. It's a pretty arcane Signet.
Yeah.
And then this is a card I was not expecting to see in this deck, but I mean, it's got sacrifice. It's got the words "sacrifice a land" on it, so it does make sense.
Yeah.
Hammer of Perforos gives all your creatures haste, which is not. It's not huge in this deck. Like
How many elementals you're getting out on each turn.
Yeah, there's definitely
Every now and then it'll be huge.
Mm-hmm.
There's definitely times when it'll matter, but if you're running, is that me? If you're running Hearthhold, then Hearthhold doesn't care about haste because Hearthhold can just tap the creatures when they come in anyway, even if they're summoning sick. You're not being very like aggro-y. You're not being very go wide. You're valuing. You are outvaluing your opponents. Is your win strategy more than hasting them? But it's a way of getting a repeatable 3/3. It's not great value for a 3/3, but you can do it. Let's grab the new one out. As put them, I just really love the look of this card. Like I don't care
it's really
if it's
cool.
a great card or not. I think it's a pretty solid card because it's emulating an enchantment that is known about and widely used.
Mm-hmm.
But it's such a pretty card. Like I'd probably want to run it even if it was a crap card.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's good and look at it.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
I like it.
So the brood ships, I don't actually know what brood ships are. I don't think brood ships are the ships that seed Eumidians from planet to planet. Maybe they are. This seems a bit small for that, but what do I know? It's obviously very Eumidian in design with the sort of the curviness and the organicness of it. One card left, and I do want to have a glance at the tokens because some of them look very pretty as well.
Yeah, well, especially because we've never seen lander tokens before.
So what's this one enchantment?
It's nothing special, but it's
Saga.
Bargain of the Old Gods with new art.
Okay. The art's cool. I like this.
I'm not super certain like what exactly it's depicting, but that's very clear, like sort of a Eumidian-y type person on top. They seem to be kind of like erupting out of the neck stump of a decapitated person.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the symbolism is there. To my knowledge, that's not a part of Eumidian biology, but it's a removal spell. It ramps you out the forest, and it gives you some death touch when it goes out.
Yeah.
It does useful things. It's a little expensive for any of them individually, but if you get all 3 chapters, it's fun.
Yeah.
So tokens. So there's one token which is in this deck as it ships that I couldn't get on Tabletop Sim, which is the copy token, which I assume is because a copy isn't like a real quote unquote card. You can't make something called copy. You can just make copies of things. But yeah.
Okay, but like, but the copy is a token. Like a clue is a token. A clue's not a card.
No, but like a clue is called clue, whereas a copy isn't called copy. It's called whatever the thing it's copying is called.
I see. Okay.
I assume that's the reason why. I don't know for a fact. Some sort of planet logo on this. I don't
I'm
know
just
what
gonna
it
get them all
is.
out.
Oh yeah. I don't think the beast.
Well, you keep going. I'm just gonna line them up.
Yeah.
Like you can keep going.
The beast and the golem. I don't believe those are new arts. The clue might be new art. I think it must be new art. But again, I'm not
I mean,
certain
maybe
what
it
it's
looks
representing.
very similar to something I've seen before, but
I'm
The insect is new. That's a
finally
Midian.
gonna have a black 1/1 flying insect token for Famulus that is not the creepy child with the bug mask on.
I love this token. I've said before, I love all of the Midian art.
The best! Look at him!
Uh-huh.
mm,
He have eyes in all the wrong places.
yeah, the pest is
Ref
not
played
new, I don't think, but he's
Ref
cool.
played a deck with the pest, and I made Ref keep them all with the lands when they died because I couldn't bear to see them go.
Oh my
I
God.
don't actually know. I don't know if this is a new beast token. I could
It's
find
pretty cool
that
looking.
out. This is a new 4/4 beast token. This art has not been seen before, so that's fun. I assume this is specifically the Baloth Prime beasts that they make.
I love his tiny little eyes.
He's got like bits of chameleon going on. He's got
Yeah.
like headdress going on. He's got pangolin scales. It's a fun beast.
I love
With that
him.
nose and the headdress, he looks like, you know how if a shark is coming at you, if you kind of like twist it and put it in the opposite, he looks like you could redirect him.
Yeah.
Bob's his nose in the other
Yeah.
direction.
Grab him and yeah.
They're very good at making their beasts not be like any particular animal, which is nice.
Yeah.
And this is definitely not an animal.
No,
But you're
for
not
sure.
surprised to see it on an alien planet.
No.
And this is our lander token. I assume this must be a specifically Eumidian sort of a seed pod.
Mm-hmm.
Probably crashing down
Looks
onto
pretty cool.
the icy surface of the planet when they first inhabited it. It's very cool.
Yep. Looks pretty cool.
I will say, like when I think lander, I do think of a
Mhm.
sort of almost an Apollo program, like little pod with fold-out legs, more than I think
Uh-huh.
of seed pod or green apple.
No, the Omnath jelly
the
bean
Omnath
flavor,
is a
green apple
green
jelly
apple.
bean. Sorry.
But yeah, some pretty tokens. And with that, we are done. So what are thoughts? What are overall thoughts on deck?
I like it. I like it.
Seems pretty solid.
I'd like to give it a try. I don't know that I'd buy it mainly I think because of buying other things right now. But like yeah, I could see myself getting this deck. I like it. I think it's fun, honestly.
Hex?
It's not the kind of thing I would play, so I'm not super enthused about it, but it seems pretty damn solid. Like, I know Wrath is buying it and will be playing it, and I'm like, whew. But I know Wrath will be going bananas over this, actually, because they try a lot of things, but they always come back to big monsters and land shenanigans.
Loves his pre-ordered both.
growth.
Amazing.
Wow.
So my thoughts are, I do really like it as a deck. It's really solid. It works well together. It's well put together. The two commanders do something different, but they complement each other, and they both complement the deck, which is nice. If I was gonna play a land sacrifice deck, I would choose this one.
Yeah.
It's not an archetype I have played before. I was talking off stream with Shaka about this. Like, I'm really tempted by the deck. It looks like a well put together fun deck. And the
Mhm.
only reason why I haven't pre-ordered it, like the only reason why I didn't pre-order it straight away when it was released was, and this is the same problem that Aether had. And this is the same problem that some of the Bloomburrow decks had as well. It doesn't feel super spacey. Like, this is the space set. There's lots of space stuff going on. I want to feel like I'm playing space cards. And, like, the spaceship card, and all of the new art for some of the lands and stuff, and the new Planetary Annihilation cards feel very spacey. But all of the reprints don't. They're solid cards that make it a well performing deck. But they don't. Yeah, as Ref says in the chat, like, they don't do new art for all the cards, and the cards themselves don't have any particular spacey theme. They're just
Mhm.
solid cards that interact with land sacrifice or landfall.
Yeah.
And so I don't know that it would feel quite spacey enough. Coupled to that with the fact that the Eumidians, who all have fantastic art, they are also kind of generic-y bugs. They're not obviously space bugs. Like, they're
Yeah.
definitely sci-fi bugs, but they're not obviously space bugs. I just worry that I would get this deck thinking space, and play it and not feel like I was playing space. It's the only
Yeah.
reason why I haven't
Yeah.
branched out. And the way they make Commander Precons is very limiting in that way, because they don't make new art for lots of cards. They don't have many slots for new cards, like just new to Magic cards. They normally make 10, I think, in a new Precon. This one theoretically has 12. 1, 2, 5 makes 7. 2 makes 9. 10, 11. We might have missed one somewhere. I think it's supposed to have 12 new to Magic cards in it.
Yeah.
And yeah,
I guess
it's like it's gonna be a fun deck to play. I'm just not sure if it's spacey enough. And if I wasn't budget constrained, then that would be less of an issue. But
Yeah.
if I'm really heavily like picking and choosing what decks I buy, I don't know. I don't know.
Oh.
I guess that's why they've gone with the from a marketing standpoint. It's why we've all got spacecraft as as in the two decks have spacecraft as one of the possible commanders, right?
Yeah.
They want to reel you in on that. Oh my goodness, space.
Yeah.
That would
it's-
carry
it's-
more impact if I felt like Zaryl wasn't the better commander for the deck.
Yeah, that's
and
fair.
maybe that's also partly just like psychology, because they teased Zaryl first. Maybe I wouldn't think
Yeah.
that if they teased Hearthole first. I don't know.
Maybe.
But he's even got the biggest. He's even the most prominent figure on the box. Like, he's much bigger on the box than the Hearthole ship in the background is. Yeah, when I was looking through this myself, I was worried that Hearthole wasn't the right fit as a commander. I do actually think Hearthole will be very solid as a commander, because there's plenty of things that do get value from sacrifice, but I think all of the things that synergize the best with Hearthole are all of the most expensive bits of the deck. They're like, when you sacrifice a card or a land or whatever, do this. Or when you've got a load of lands in your graveyard, it's plus 1,000,000.
Yeah.
Whereas Zarel himself is a bit expensive because he's a 5 cost. But he likes your land base greatly because he can get back all of your fetches. You can sack all your fetches early on to go fetch stuff, and then whenever Zarel's out, you can just bring them back. Whereas Hearthhull, kind of, if you're sacrificing them before you've fully stationed up Hearthhull, you're losing a bit of value. But obviously, you're going to need to crack those fetch lands to get there.
Yeah.
And then all of the things that want you to. So he's a reliable repeatable land sacrifice outlet, and he's a good value one as well. But all of the other things that want you to be sacrificing lands, stuff like Gift of Monster and I can't remember what any of the others were, but there were some. And all of the things that will benefit from his extra land drop return, stuff like Omnath, tend to be the more expensive things in the deck.
Yeah.
So I think that based on that, Zarel would play better, but obviously I've not played the deck. Yeah, it's a really promising deck, and if funds weren't limited, this would be an easy get for me because I like it. I like it a lot. I love the Eumidians, how they look. I love all of their art, and this would be a good introduction for a playstyle that I'm not right.
Yeah.
I'm a rambler.
That's okay. We're talking about the decks. You're allowed to ramble.
Rambling is the plan, yeah.
Yeah, we're here to talk. You really want collector boxes? Oh my god, they're just so spenny.
I like
even
if funds were truly unlimited, you have a hard time convincing me to buy a full collector box rather than just the cards I want. Buy the singles I want.
Yeah, I mean, I agree to an extent. As in, if money was no object, I would have bought a collector box for Final Fantasy. But I wouldn't for many other things, so it's very situational, I think. You did get a foiled serialized, I know. It's not gonna happen all the time, though.
I mean, you won't know if you don't try, right?
Stop encouraging the gambling.
Oh dear.
Shall we go on to the next one?
Yes, that's exactly what I was about to
has messaged me to say that their favorite card for this deck is going to be so obvious. So if I go, aha,
okay,
we spotted it.
Before we talk about the commanders, just looking at the piles, there are lots of lands in this deck. And this is not a land-based deck. There's 40 lands in this deck. That's huge.
40 lands, yeah.
If anything, with Precons, I feel like they often are just slightly on the side of being too few. And honestly, with both of these commanders being 3-cost, spoilers, I know. But with both of these commanders being 3-cost, they could maybe have tried to go a little bit on the lower side. But they've gone big with lands instead, and I don't know how.
No, I agree with this. I've watched a video from the person that Eris has been talking about, and she's done like complete probability. If you have 38 lands in your deck, you basically only have a 50-50 chance of having 3 lands in your opening hand. That's crazy. Like 50-50 is not good odds in this kind, like whenever you've got 100 cards, like it's not.
That's true. I understand. You know, like the math is solid. Though. The math is good math.
Like the maths makes you think 40 and above is correct, but like yes, that's scary because you have to reduce more things, and it's very easy when you've built a deck and you find a card you really want to put in to just go, oh, I'll just take out a land. It's fine.
Like,
I'm
happy.
I like this whole thing of going more lands. I like it. I don't know that I could do it myself, but I like it. I like being thrown a precon that's like here, an appropriate amount of lands.
I'm happy with my default that I put into a deck when I'm building is 37 for those at home who are listening. I'm happy with being around that 50-50 mark because in Commander you get a free mulligan if you're playing multiplayer, which is the normal way to play Commander. And I also put in a decent amount of ramp, and like
I go anywhere from like
with
34 to 37, and I never go above
with
that.
one free mulligan,
34
your
is
37
terrifying.
lands becomes a 75% chance of getting it in an opening hand without having to lose a card. And then it's
Case in point,
80 something
of-
if you have to mulligan down one card, which is fine
Yeah.
by me.
I mean, in theory, yes, I agree. In practice, first time I ran my Una deck and was testing it, how many free mulligans did you let me have just so that I could have an okay hand to play that deck?
It wasn't.
It was at
loads and
least 5.
loads.
It was at least 5.
Okay, it was a
That's
few.
bad. Like, if we were playing by the rules, I would have had to go down to 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 cards.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. I don't think I could build it myself, but I agree with being thrown a lot of lands. I like this.
Like I will say, like, I don't think it is wrong to err on the side of caution and go a couple of lands over. It's certainly a lot better than erring than playing too greedily and going a couple of lands under. Because the penalty, if you like, for going a few lands over is you might be mana flooded, you might draw into land cards when you want spells that you can play. And the penalty for being too greedy is you might not get to play anything because you have no mana.
Yeah, exactly.
So like it's definitely better to err on the side of too many lands. It just that 40 is higher than normal, higher than what they normally put in for a land.
Well,
For a
yeah,
deck that isn't land-based.
I agree, but like you're saying, oh, go a couple over, and like the standard in Precon seems to be about 37. That's only 3 more. It's not that many more.
It's not that anymore. But yeah, so the other thing about the stack size is there's 24 creatures, which is
There
on the
was
lower
30
end.
in the last one.
Yeah. 24 is on the lower end, and obviously the reason for that is because we've got a big, thick stack of artifacts. We've got
Yeah.
19 of them, which as soon as we get into the Grounders, people will see why that's going to be the case.
Mhm.
So, the In-Spirit flagship vessel. I don't actually know who this is the flagship vessel of.
It's the trans flagship vessel,
That's
obviously.
true, actually. Yeah, this is where the trans. This is when we all sail away into space and leave this planet behind. It is a 3 costs Jeskai, so there's blue, red, and white. Legendary artifact spacecraft. So, like Hearthhull, it does nothing on its own, but it has station. As soon as you stationed it with even 1 power, then at the beginning of combat on your turn, you get either a +1 counter or 2 charge counters on one other target artifact. And with the deck the way it is, you're going to be picking charge counters, I think, probably quite often.
Right. This is another one. This is another sentence that I always find funny with Magic. Up to 1.
Uh-huh.
Why would you choose none? Why is the up to there for this one? Like I get if it was up to 2 or up to a certain amount, but like up to 1?
Yeah.
And it's saying put. It's not saying you may put. So put it on a choice of up to 1. Your choices are 1 or 1. Why is up to there?
I assume in this case, because it doesn't say artifact you control, it is up to one other target artifact. So if you control no artifacts, but your opponent does, it's so that you're not forced to put stuff on your opponent's things. I assume is the reason there.
guess, but like if it's not saying you may, it's saying put. Don't you have to do it?
Yes, but only if you have one target.
But you'll have a target if your opponents have artifacts.
Well, yeah, but you don't have to choose the target. You can choose to not. You can choose to have 0 targets.
But okay. Yeah. Sorry, it's probably me just being stupid, like, and not understanding words again. But
No.
this happens often in Magic, where I'm like, this doesn't make sense to me, and then it's actually perfectly clear. So
Yeah, it is.
No, it's
You could functionally replace it with you may put your choice of blah 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 on one other target artifact, and so you get a you may and lose the up to 1. That would be for pretty much all purposes the same thing. The only difference would be that it would force you to target something, even if you weren't going to put counters on it.
well, you don't get a station uptick from this, do you? This is just saying this is the ability you have when you have one or more, right? Or am I completely misunderstanding these cards?
You don't get a station uptick from it.
Yeah.
So it is that the formatting of the cards is reminiscent of a Planeswalker, where you get this thing to do the ability, but it's the other way around. It's you have to already have this thing to get this ability. It's like a leveler card, but not many people have met leveler cards in Magic because they're not popular.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I've only seen one. Like, I've only seen one, and it's a blue one. I've played it often, but that's because it's in a precon I like.
Yeah, it's that's just sort of a thing of it's a new card type. People will become more familiar with them as they see more of them. Although, given the flavor of spacecraft and of planets as well, which are the other cards which have station, my guess is they're not going to be in another set for a while.
Yeah.
Unless there's a surprise universes beyond Star Wars.
I mean, that would be a problem. That would be a big problem. I don't need that. I need it very much, but I don't need that to happen. Like, I started getting into Magic in December. Then, literally the next year, 2 universes beyond that I am incredibly interested in was like, here we have Magic things. Yeah.
Yes, so you're at the beginning of combat. You are putting +1 counters or charge counters on things, and then once you have stationed it with 8 power, it's a 5/5 flyer, which again is verging on the danger of this is just a commander damage deck.
In those colors, though, there's got to be some nasty shenanigans.
Well, we'll see as we go on how nasty the shenanigans are going to be. But
I do feel like the commanders do have to be decently big in power, though. Not because like of anything, just other than the fact it could take so long for them to become a creature.
Yes, it takes a heckin' while to get your 8 charge counters onto this guy.
Like, so it would feel a bit like, I don't know, like you were like, I can't think of the right word for it, but like you're being a bit robbed if it was a 2/2 or something after you spending so long to make it a creature. And obviously it does other things. You don't just want it to be a creature, but like it would feel a bit like, oh yeah, okay, I guess he's a creature now.
Yeah, that's fair. And the fact that you'll get him as a creature quite late game does go some way to mitigating the problem of, oh, it's a high power flying creature as your commander, you're just going to hit people in the face with it. Like that definitely does work to mitigate it. Oh, I ran out of words. I actually, while we're here, we've seen now 3 spacecraft. We're going to see 1 more in this deck. I would like to talk about the station mechanic and spacecraft kind of in general, because for the spacecraft commanders, you need to put 8 counters on them to get them to be a creature. And
yes,
in practice, there's quite a lot of artifact removal around in the game. Any white deck, green deck, red deck is going to have multiple answers to your artifacts. You have to get a bunch of counters on it, and I feel yes, Gloves is right. Once they're stationed, they stay stationed. I feel like it's very very slow to get this thing up to being like a creature, and then once it is a creature, if it dies, not only do you have to cast it again with command attacks, but you then have to station it up again. I think that you're not going to actually see these late abilities that often because it's going to take effing forever to get there. You have to not get it killed on the way there, and then once it's there, people might kill it, and then you have to do it.
I mean, like, to be fair, like, tap another creature you control, like where this doesn't tap. You could tap multiple creatures and get it up to 8 fairly quickly if you had lots of little things out.
Yeah.
Also, with this having white in it, throw a resourceful defense in this deck, and you'll just get your counters back.
Well,
you'll be fine.
It's funny that you say that.
Is resourceful defense in this deck?
I will make no comments as to what is to come in this deck, but bear that in mind that you have said that is all I'm saying.
Okay.
You say like, oh, you can have it up on turn 4 pretty often. You are not going to have this as a creature on turn 4 regularly. You can have it as a creature on turn 4. You are not going to have it as a creature on turn 4 regularly.
No.
That is going to be like your ideal play, is having it as a creature on turn 4. That is going to be the best case scenario. With the Precon as it stands. And yes, you can tap a bunch of little creatures to station it. And the powers do add up very quickly, but you are then also tapping down your whole board.
Yeah.
And leaving you more or less defenseless. Like, I guess if you do manage to hit the 8 on that turn, you have a 5/5 flyer as a defense. But you've got 3 other people who are just looking for an opening when you've tapped down all your creatures. You have to do it at sorcery speed. So you do have to leave yourself defenseless to put those counters on your spaceships. I think you're not going to. I think these are going to be slow to do very much a lot of the time. The big spaceships. That's not a problem because the things they do are quite good. Like giving your artifacts hexproof and indestructible is great. Giving you repeatable life loss for a thing you're doing a lot in the deck anyway, and also being a 6/7 flying vigilance is also great. They are definitely worth it at the end, but it's gonna feel like a slog getting there. And you are going to regret more than most people whenever your commander eats some removal. The flip side is, as an artifact that's not a creature, it can fly under some board wipes, because a lot of people play mostly creature board wipes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just my little thing on spaceships. They're not bad. I think actually, before you go on to Scarlet, I feel like they really missed a trick with the station mechanic, because I would like greatly the station mechanic, because at the moment it's sort of pseudo crew.
Yes.
I would kind of like it if the station mechanic was you tap down creatures to station your spaceship, and it only stays stationed as long as they're tapped, and you obviously can keep them tapped. But I think that if people are manning the stations on the ship, they should be staying tapped. Your one little pilot running around probably shouldn't be able to station the whole ship if you just wait long enough. I feel like it should. I think it would feel more flavorful if they were stuck at their battle stations tapped for as long as the ship was a creature. And then on your untap, you can choose to untap them so that the ship isn't a creature anymore. and the creatures that were stationing it go back to being untapped and doing all the things an untapped creature does, or maybe you want to station it differently, so you untap them on your untap step and you tap some other things to do it. I feel like that would have been a bigger flavor win. I assume that it's not like that because that would be even harder to station.
Yeah,
things right.
I agree with flavor win, but I feel like that would make things incredibly difficult, and I feel like no one would actually play with the cards because of it being so much more difficult to work with.
Yeah, that's my 2 cents. That's both of my cents on spaceships. Any more on spaceships before we talk about Kylo?
I don't think so. I think you said all the things.
So, Kylo, Apogee Mind, is a blue, red, and white legendary artifact creature robot artificer. He's a 3/3 with haste, and whenever he becomes tapped, proliferate. This is going to
Yeah.
be a strong commander in a lot of decks.
Mm-hmm.
There's you're in blue, so there's a wealth of tap untap shenanigans available to you. Proliferate once a turn is just strong on its own.
Yeah.
We've seen that with Atraxa. For those who aren't in the know, Atraxa Grand Unifier is I think 4-cost, 4-color legendary creature who her main shtick is that she just proliferates you once per turn. And she's strong and she makes strong decks. So Kylo can make the same kind of decks because you can find ways to tap a thing once per turn.
Yeah.
And again, we're in blue, so potentially more than once per turn. if you try hard. So he's going to make lots of strong decks down the line, unrelated to what is in the contents of this particular deck.
Mm-hmm.
Hex.
Lots of arms good.
Lots of arms good.
Oh my god, lots of arms good.
It's a very cool design. I love the design
Yeah.
of this robot.
The little halo, the little lightning things, the very, very cool.
The fact that his arms, like some of his arms come out of the halo, yeah, he's cool. I like him.
I'm very interested. They normally do a Legends of such and such a set article online once they've spoiled the whole set, once they've previewed the whole set. So I'm going to be really interested to learn this guy's backstory, what he does. Shall we see what these interesting large numbers of lands are?
Mm-hmm.
We have some basics.
We've got some
pretty space planes
Ooh.
with ships.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're cool. So there's three planes. I like the islands.
The islands are fun.
Cool.
So this is Uthros, which is like a sort of a gas giant that's constantly stormy kind of a planet. This is the blue planet in the Sothra system. We don't visit it in the main story.
This is really cool. I like the maiden.
Yeah, the mountains depict the Cav planet or the Kavu planet, which it's just such an awesome concept for a planet because it's a planet that's half of it's destroyed and is smushed up into space a bit. It's the most dramatic looking of the lands.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, once again, just 3 arts that have knocked it out of the park.
Mm-hmm.
Look great. We got the Scryland.
Scry.
They love
putting
Scry. Precons.
Yes, they do.
We got another filter. I love filters.
Yep. Rugged Prairie is good. Fire of Industry. This is some cool art.
So this is giving you mana of any color only if you control an artifact. I think in practice you're not going to use that ability that often, but it's a nice mana fix in a pinch.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna have you're probably gonna have artifacts.
You're gonna have artifacts, but I feel like by the time you've got artifacts out, you probably don't need the mana fixing anymore. But it's there if you do need it, so it's nice to have.
A cycle land.
They do love putting these in precons as well. In this deck where you don't care about having your lands in the graveyard at all, it's not even a 2-color land that cycles.
No.
You need to have a blue on the battlefield to cycle it anyway.
Yeah, which is
and they enter taps. I genuinely think these lands are bad. I would run an additional island over one of these any day of the week.
That's fair, I think.
We've got a Sky Cloud Expanse. It does mean if you draw it and don't need it, I guess, but when are you not gonna when are you not going to want to make your land drop for turn if you can? And all the times when you do want to make your land drop, oh well, it's coming in taps.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is another one of the new. No, this isn't. Is this one of the new lands? Give me a sec. I gotta scroll up. This is one of the new lands.
Okay.
Oh, it's sorry. The festering thicket from last time. It's not a tango land. It's a cycling land. That was the new. Sorry, I got confused last time. This is another one of the new lands. That is a cycling 2-color, but it's in enemy.
What's
colors.
a tango land then?
Sorry, the tango lands are like the Canopy Vista that are if you have 2 basics, and there is a new tango land in this deck.
In this deck, okay.
Oh, it's Vernal. Sorry, I'm getting extra confused. It's Vernal Fen in this land base is the new tango land in this.
Oh yeah, because we did get
I've really confused myself now. I'm so sorry.
So is Festering Thicket even a new one?
Yes, Festering Thicket is also new.
Okay. So you were trying to make a 1/1 card that you had forgotten. Yes. You said there was 12 cards. So there we go.
So yeah, so there's a new cycling 2-color land. Like these have the advantage, like compared to the 1-color cycling lands, they have the advantage of a lot of 2-color lands do come in tapped. They are a 2-color lands anyway. That you can search with basic land types. They cycle for colorless. That just incomparable.
Yeah. Irrigated farmland, another cycling land.
Oh my goodness, we have a Summoner Snicky coming in with a raid. Thank you so much for bringing the folks.
You've got a Pixel Storm.
I've got a Pixel Storm. Oh, sorry.
I've got a Summoner Snicky.
Yeah, I can't read. You've got a Summoner Snicky. I've got a Pixel Storm. Welcome in both lots of raiders.
Yes, welcome in.
I hope you had lovely streams, plural. I hope all the folks who come with you are having lovely days, plural. We are talking through the new Magic decks, and I'm joined by lovely humans.
Now we have even more lovely humans.
We do. Welcome in, everybody.
Yeah, what were you guys up to?
Void Crew. I'm not sure I know what that is.
I was going to do shoutouts, but you've done shoutouts. So I can't.
Well, you can. Are you able to do the slash shout out, or is that timed for both of us?
That's a good question.
Because I've done it for Nikki. So if you try for Pixel Storm, because you know that's a timed one, you only can do a certain amount per. Like it gets.
Yes.
You need to wait.
There we go.
Okay. Cool. There we go.
Void Crew is fun. Ooh.
Yeah, the bots are fighting. The bots are like little siblings that fight, and you can't tell them no. So
well, what's worse is they used to fight, but now it's just my bot bullies your bot.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
You control a ship with other players. You have a pilot, gun, engineer, or scavenge. It sounds like kind of Guns of Icarus kind of deal.
I've never heard of Guns of Icarus either, so I just have no idea what's going on.
It's what someone as Nikki described, except you're in a steampunk airship.
I see. I see. Well, welcome on in, Raiders. We are checking out the new precons from the latest set for Magic the Gathering. They are not out yet, but the deck lists are out, so we're having a look see.
They've impressed so far.
Yeah.
We flicked through the lands moderately quickly, because a lot of them aren't new, a lot of them aren't tremendously exciting.
Yeah.
Buried Ruin is
Spaceships in Magic, yes, and look at this one. This one is trans. It's beautiful.
I think it's interesting that the engine sort of fumes, the trans pride engine fumes, are trailing along the ship's body, which presumably means that it is pointing backwards and thrusting, which means it's doing like a deceleration burn, which is a nice
maybe.
It
looks so cool.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna make you a deck for Magic the Gathering sometime soon. You know nothing. Amazing. Yes, this is the commander. This ship is the commander. There's been like rule changes on spacecraft and artifacts. Is it Dizzy that can be, or is it vehicles
and
commanders
that are legendary and have a power toughness can be your commander?
Yeah. Well, all vehicles have a power toughness, right? So is it artifacts?
To my knowledge, all vehicles and spaceships do have a power toughness. I assume that in the set there is going to be a spacecraft that doesn't have a power toughness, which is why they specify that.
Fair.
But I don't know. They haven't, to my knowledge, spoiled one yet. You haven't slept in 24 hours! Oh my goodness. Go enjoy your sleep. Thank you so much for leaving the lovely humans here. You should join us for Magic sometime, because I know you're in Shaka's server. You should join us for Magic there.
Absolutely. My friends and I have been doing Commander recently, so I'm going to be a spaceship. Fair. The trail's not coming from the small ship. I don't think so. It looks like the big part. I started pointing at my screen as if anyone can see what I'm pointing at. Like it looks like the bigger part is coming from the big ship.
Yeah, and they go past the smaller ships as well.
Yeah.
Like there's no small ship at the end of this. There's a ship over here that's in the very, very, very background, but that's got its own trail. And then there's no
I
ship
thought it was like entering the atmosphere, but it does look like the engine part of the ship.
I mean, it would be fun to have trans pride re-entry heating as well. I don't know how that would work physics-wise.
No, me either.
You could maybe you'd have like a special ablative shielding that burned in those colors.
Maybe. Maybe the planet's atmosphere is trans. Yes.
Oh dear.
Right, lands.
Yes.
We have a buried ruin.
It gives you an
it's fine.
Back. It's in lots of artifact precons. I think it's worthy of being putting in lots of real artifact decks.
Yeah, return target artifact card from your graveyard to your hand is very handy. Flip top retreat.
I love this cycle of lands. These are favorites of mine, and encourage you to play more basics, which lots of people should.
Just put more basic in.
Like 3 colors because like you've only got 3 planes. 3 mountains. That's 6 out of 40.
Well, yeah, but you've also got your maybe not your cycling lands, but you've got your surveil lands. You've got your whatever your weird like basic land tight lands are. Now maybe you've mostly got those if you're also in green and you're searching for them by land type.
Yeah.
But white has lots of things that search for planes, and black has lots of things that care about swamps.
We have another single color cycling that intercept. Meh.
Another evolving wilds.
See you later, Pixel. Yeah.
They do just like putting this in precons in general. It's not bad. It fixes your mana. It brings it in tapped. I generally think there's better things you can do with the land slots, but it's fine for precon. Oh, this is a pretty sulfur fall.
This is gorgeous.
I assume this can't be a new art, but I don't think I've seen this art of sulfur falls before, so I wonder where it's from.
No. It's pretty.
They do spell sulfur wrong, but that's because they're American.
Well, yes.
Okay, no, this is
Silver
like a
Bluff
standard.
Bridge.
This is the Outlaws of Thunder Junction and later Art of Sulphur
Oh, okay.
Falls. Indestructible artifact lands in 2 colors. Getting artifacts in the land
Interesting.
slot. Very lovely.
I don't know if I've ever seen an artifact land, honestly.
You'll see a few more.
I
Spoilers.
can imagine.
We have more lands which hurt you, but they're the good kind of land that hurts you, so it's fine. We have an exotic orchard, which I
Exotic
love to
Orchard.
see in any 3-color deck.
Yep. Karn's Bastion.
Mm-hmm.
A proliferate.
Yes.
Nice. I like that. Razor's High Bridge. Another indestructible land.
Another indestructible bridge specifically. I'm
Yeah,
not
we're-
super familiar with this cycle. Are they all bridges?
I had sort of things regarding the aircon unit we got, which arrived not working. Oh my god, that is really frustrating. Dear
Yeah.
lord. Trying to save yourself from the dangerous heat right now. And it not working is ugh. Seat of the Synod.
Uh-huh.
Pretty cool.
I
I
think
like it.
Synod, but this is a fun land. And it's fun to have a reprint of, because I feel like we haven't. I was about to say I feel like we haven't had a reprint in a while, but actually they were in the Jumpstart sets for Foundation, so I'm wrong about that. But yeah, it's just nice to have that. Just like for anything that cares about like number of artifacts or when an artifact enters, it's just nice to have that on a land, so you've got extra ways of bringing it in.
Another bridge.
Another bridge.
Golden bridges.
They seem to be a big thing with these indestructible artifact lands. You're getting indestructible bridges.
Yep. Okay, this is the new Tango land for this deck.
Right.
And isn't it pretty?
Radiant Summit. I like this. The air coming out is the same temperature as the air, no cooling at all. Oh my god, you're just blowing hot air at yourself. Dear lord, that's very frustrating.
Maybe the conditioning they're doing is a different kind of conditioning. Maybe they're like brainwashing the air.
No, Dizzy. A wastes, but not a wastes. It's called wastes, but it doesn't have waste. It's not a I'm just saying the word wastes over and over again.
Uh-huh. Oh my god, me and King are having the same thought at the same time.
Try ringing a bell and seeing if the air source is real. Oh my god.
Oh, poor Artie, sorry.
Yeah, no, like it's like 31 degrees with Artie. It's trying to sort an air conditioning unit that while it's 31 degrees is not nice.
No, it's not. That is true.
Like it is unbearably hot.
More monocolor artifact land. They just sort of look a little bit like lumps. I assume they must be from Mirrodin, which is the sort of the artifact plane, but I don't know that for a fact.
I wouldn't know.
The lovely command tower?
Mm-hmm. Is this the same? This is the same one as before, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
We're not getting Final Fantasy treatment where everyone is a different command tower.
Ooh, microsynth guns.
Woohoo!
So it's a land that can filter colors if it really needs to, and it can become a copy. It can permanently, I must say, it can permanently become a copy of a non-token artifact. I don't know how many non-token artifacts there are in this deck that you'll want a permanent copy of that aren't legendary, but I assume there's going to be some. this is from, or the flavor text on here is from New Phyrexia, the invasion tree. Because New Phyrexia grew out of Mirrodin.
Right.
And the invasion tree was how they planned to invade the rest of the multiverse.
Mm-hmm.
Phyrexians are crazy.
Yeah.
Scry! Very
Scry,
pretty
Temple of
temple.
Enlightenment.
Those are some really big jugs or vases.
I have just checked the temperature on my CPU, and I'm honestly a little bit worried
Okay.
about streaming.
Uh-huh.
It's up at 80 degrees.
Goodness.
That's as high as it can get without it being
Yeah, and it's only going to get hotter.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't even know how to check the temperature of my CPU, honestly.
I have my hands obviously on it because it is also the keyboard, and it's feeling very hot.
Okay. Do you need
So
us
I
to...
have checked it with the diagnostic tool. I don't want to just be like, we have to stop, but this is a €1,000 piece of equipment that I bought for college.
Yeah. Well, we can break and stop. It's fine. It's all good.
Well, it's not break. I can't just go on a break. It's continuing to run. I would need to stop streaming and turn it off. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah. So break in this case meeting and come back another time when people are free.
I mean, you two can keep going if you want. Like,
I'd rather come back whenever, if you would like, whenever we have a day off again that works for you.
I'm the same.
I'm really sorry. I'm really worried about
Yeah,
it.
you're worried. You've just had
Absolutely.
lots of related expenses. You are very... What's the word I'm looking for? It's very sensible that you're worried and you're taking good care of it.
Like, I need to just turn it off.
Mhm.
Well, it's been great fun, so
It
thank you very
has,
much,
yeah.
Shaka.
Well, we'll super quickly go and find someone to raid.
It's so annoying. Like, I can't do anything now. I can't do anything. I can't. I live my life on my fucking computer.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do anything. I can't have it on now.
You have been greatly inconvenienced by things breaking. Skylord Zoe is live doing a 24-hour birthday stream. If you would like a raid target without having to think. Would
Sure,
that suit?
sure. Sure. Yeah, yeah.
There's the name in chat for you to copy paste. Alright.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
You're alright. It's okay. You go. You go. You say goodbye to your chat. I'll deafen on here. I'll see you soon on the other side. Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, I can have a Hex here. We can say goodbye to Hex. Thank you, Hex, so much for being here with us. Sorry that we did cut off abruptly.
No,
Well, I guess
not a
you were
problem.
gonna need to go soon-ish, right?
I was going to go fairly soon anyway, so I'll just get a shower in earlier. So it works out. It's
Mhm.
oh my god, I think we need the shower before bed though. It's just fucking horrendous. It's just too warm.
It is.
But yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, alright. The raid is up and running. It is... Skeleto is a friend of the channel. She comes and hangs out in here. She's very lovely. You should go and be very lovely to her. Apparently it's her birthday, which is very nice. So give big, warm birthday wishes and hugs. Give her... okay, maybe not a warm hug, actually. Give cool birthday wishes and hugs to Skeleto. I want to say big thanks to Shaka, even though I know they can't hear me at the moment, for subbing earlier. Thanks to Pixel Storm for raiding in, and anybody who stuck around from that raid. Thanks to Summoners Nikki and people who stuck around from that raid as well, over on Shaka's side. You are greatly appreciated for showing off. And if you are here from things like that, do remember to drop a follow, because we do magic here from time to time. Like I said, I wanted to be doing more magic. Once Edge of Eternities drops, I'm definitely planning on doing some Magic the Gathering Arena streams, playing Limited, playing Draft in Edge of Eternities. So that's something to look forward to if you like this kind of thing. Make sure to check out my Discord. Put that in the chat real quick. Also, Shaka's Discords, where you can find other folks who play Magic and play Magic together with. My name has been Dizzy. Thank you again to Hex. Go follow Hex. I can't shout you out, there's not enough time. But go follow Hex. I'll see you next time. Ciao, everyone. Bye-bye.
Guys.